A service of KIBMradio.com, the Internet's home for an all old-time radio.
Quiet, please. Quiet, please. Mutual Broadcasting System presents Quiet, Please. It is written and directed by Willis Cooper and features Ernest Chappell. Quiet, Please for tonight is called Don't Tell Me About Halloween. I'm going to kill my wife tonight, or maybe tomorrow night. I mean, I'm going to kill one of my wives. I'd better, or something's going to happen to me that won't be good. Well, Halloween's almost here. Halloween's the deadline, and Candace has to be dead before Halloween. Only trouble is, I'm not sure I'll recognize her when she shows up. You ever been in Salem, Massachusetts? Place where they hanged all the witches? No, they didn't burn them at the stake. A lot of people think so, but they didn't. They hanged them. All except the man witch, old Giles Corey. They pressed him to death. Very unpleasant. Well, it was in Salem this particular Halloween that I met Candace. It was dark up there on the hill where the gallows used to stand. Dark and cold with a damp wind coming in off the sea. A few little lights you could see in the dusk only made it darker and lonelier and creepier up there. I remember how I shivered as I started down the hill to town. And I remember how I jumped when something that looked like a black cat jumped out of the shadows at my feet. Without thinking, I yelled, "Who's that?" My heart almost stopped beating because...
Well, good evening.
I'd been all alone up there. And then, all of a sudden, there was a woman standing beside me.
You're the first human being that's spoken to me tonight.
Who are you?
I'm Candace.
I don't know any Candace.
You didn't, but you do now.
You really scared me to death.
Oh, I wouldn't do that to you. What's your name?
Craig.
You like me, Craig?
What? Well, I don't know what you look like.
I like you very much.
Well, but I...
Kiss me, Craig.
No.
Kiss me, I say. You know, you're going to be a very nice husband for me, Craig.
What do you mean? I'm not going to...
Oh, yes, you are. When I say something's going to happen, it happens, Craig.
But I'm not...
Wouldn't you like to be rich, Craig, and have a beautiful wife? I am beautiful. You'll see. Wouldn't you like to be rich and wise and happy and live forever? Wouldn't you, Craig?
Who the devil are you?
Why, that's a very apt way of putting it, Craig.
Who are you?
I'm Candace.
That doesn't mean anything to me.
I'm the witch they didn't hang, Craig.
Well, she was right. I am rich. Whenever I need money, which hasn't been for a long time now, I ask Candace when she comes to see me at Halloween time. I am reasonably wise, I suppose. I'm quite an authority on American history, quite well considered at the university here. And while I can't say I've lived forever, I have lived 253 years. Now, that's right. You see, I met Candace on the hill above Salem in the year 1694. 2 years after Cotton Mather stopped hanging witches. Yes, Candace has kept her promise. I remember the way she put it, standing up there in the early morning, watching the mists crawling along the ground below us.
You'll not see me now till another Halloween. And I can't tell you what form I'll be in when I come to see you again. But if you see a strange bird or a lost dog, or any strange being at your door come Halloween, you say, "Who's that?" And if it so happens the stranger's me, why then I'll be home with you till the cock crows for morning.
And I remember I started to speak, to ask questions, but she stopped me.
For the time's short now, my love. And remember the words, and we've all the future before us. As long as I live, you shall live.
And below us somewhere a rooster crowed, and I was standing alone on the hill. And a yellow butterfly was rising in circles above my head. I watched it disappear into the first rays of the sun. No, I didn't believe it either. And yet, we were only 2 years away from the witchcraft trials, and whatever may be said today, the belief in witches didn't die as quick a death as modern historians would have you believe. I was there. I know. Besides, I had married a witch. Halloween, 1695. A stray dog lay on my doorstep, shivering in the rain. I don't like dogs. I was about to boot the animal into the street when I caught a look in its eyes. I yelled, "Who's that?"
Well, it's about time. I've been lying there on that doorstep, freezing and nearly drowned without a stitch on, and you stand there and look at me like some great fool. Get me something to put around me and stir up the fire before I take my death of cold. And I do believe you were going to kick me, too. What did I ever say in you?
Candace, dear, how was I to know?
Give me that quilt.
Oh, she was all contriteness and apologies in a moment. But I can feel that slap alongside my chops from 2.5 centuries ago. And our first anniversary was a very pleasant one. I was rather glad I'd married a witch. It had its drawbacks, though. Despite wealth and growing wisdom, people around me in Salem grew old, and I seemed to stay the same age. I moved away, and the years went on. I moved away from Salem, and I moved away from Philadelphia, and I moved from Baltimore, and Richmond, and Savannah, and a score of other places. I spoke to George Washington, and I watched Robert Fulton's steamboat chug up the Hudson when I was more than 100 years old, and looked 35. And every Halloween I welcomed Candace home for a night. One year in a farmhouse on an Illinois prairie, a red fox whined at my door. And it was Candace. One year a blue jay flew down from a tree in Missouri. And another year, she came as a skittering little gray field mouse. And the year I came back to Wisconsin after the Civil War, a porcupine gnawed its way into my cabin on Halloween night, and one of its quills spiked me before I thought to say, "Who's that?" And when Candace smiled at me, there was only a strand of yellow hair through the thick of my thumb. I remember she pulled it out. And it hurt. Years and years and years. Yeah, she's been a wonderful wife, but I never forget what she is. Once a year is getting to be enough. It was just 67 years ago tonight, before Halloween, you see. That was the first time she appeared before Halloween, 1880. Rutherford B. Hayes was still president then. Yeah, it seems like yesterday. I heard something bumping against the front door, and before I thought, I called out, "Who's that?"
I thought you were never going to call me.
Darling, I didn't know it was you.
Well?
Huh?
Don't people kiss their wives anymore?
Darling, you surprised me.
Suppose you surprise me.
How come you're so early, dear?
Oh, I just thought it would be nice to surprise you.
You certainly did surprise me.
Did I?
You certainly did.
What's happened since last year?
Why, nothing much.
That's so.
What have you been doing?
I've been away.
Where?
Craig, you'll be better off if you don't inquire too closely into my private affairs. Being married to a witch ought to be enough for you.
I'm just interested, Candace.
Like I'm interested in what you do when I'm away.
What?
I am interested, you know.
I don't know what you're talking about, dear.
You don't?
No.
Don't you ever get lonely while I'm away?
What? Why, certainly.
Mm-hmm.
What are you talking about?
You know what I'm talking about, Craig.
I don't either.
You forgetting that I'm a witch, dear?
What?
You can't keep anything from me, Craig. Don't you know that?
Why,
Oh, I won't punish you, Craig. But you mustn't run around with red-haired girls.
I don't know what you're...
Oh, yes, you do. So I just decided to take that temptation away from you.
Candace, what did you...
Look over there at the window, darling.
And I looked. And peering in the window out of the darkness was a frightened, tiny red squirrel, its teeth chattering with terror and cold.
She's still got her red hair, dear.
Candace, did you do that to her?
Of course, dear. No, don't try to rescue her, Craig. I've got other plans for your little girlfriend.
What are you going to do?
Listen. Now come here and kiss me. Good.
Yes, in some ways it's fine. In some ways. You know, in the last 50, 60 years, I've gotten so I'm afraid to say who's that anytime. Wait a second. Did you hear anything? No, I guess she's not here. I wouldn't want her to surprise me again. I want to surprise her. It's 67 years ago that she set the wolves on that poor little red squirrel that was once Marjorie... I've forgotten her last name. But I haven't forgotten what she did to me. They arrested me for murder. Candace let me stay in jail a whole year. I waited till the next Halloween, 1881, till a little screech owl came and perched on the window ledge of my cell. And even then, it took me half an hour to remember to say, who's that? Oh, sure, yes, she was very sorry, she said. Very sorry, but I had to be punished for being unfaithful to her. Unfaithful? I never even kissed Marjorie. That witch. Believe me, I was pretty careful after I got out of there and moved to Oklahoma. If I had any female acquaintances, I stopped seeing them along in early September. But, Donna, how would you like it if you only saw your wife once a year? And if you knew she could turn you into a caterpillar or a hippopotamus or something whenever she got miffed with you? You'd look around, too, just like I did. She nearly caught me again in Washington, D.C. That was in 1910. I'd been a good boy for nearly 50 years. Well, pretty good, or at least careful. I was standing outside the door of the Willard Hotel that Halloween night. A big moth dropped out of the darkness and lit on my shoulder. Candace likes to be a moth, I think. She appeared that way 15 or 20 times. Well, I knew at once what it was. My conscience was reasonably clear, so I just said, who's that?
Hello, darling.
Welcome back, Candace, dear.
Been a good boy.
Perfect, darling.
Love Candace?
Mad about Candace.
You better be.
No, Candace.
You living here now? In the hotel?
I hope you like it.
I've never been in Washington before.
We go sightseeing tomorrow.
Oh, I saw quite a lot of it. Flying in.
Yes?
Who's that woman?
What woman?
Why, Craig, darling, where on earth have you been?
Yes, I thought Gertrude was in Chicago where I'd left her. Wasn't that just my luck? I don't know what Candace did to her. She just disappeared. But you know what that witch did to me? She turned me into a fire alarm box. Don't laugh. It isn't funny. From October 31st, till October 31st, 1911, I stood there in front of the Willard Hotel, rain and shine, snow and boiling hot weather. And nobody even turned in an alarm on me. Of course, they did paint me in the spring. Then at 11:30 on Halloween, a little black dog came by. I tried to say, "Who's that?" And I made it all right because I could hear gears clicking and wheels turning. And there we were, Candace in a black fur coat, and me in a blue serge suit all plastered with red paint.
You look perfectly awful, Craig.
Well, how do you think I feel? Oh, my feet.
Well, now maybe you won't be chasing other women, my dear.
Candace, I promise I'll never do it again.
You better not, sweetheart. I'm a very jealous woman.
So I noticed.
And if you think that was bad, how would you like me?
No, Candace, please. No. Don't tell me.
You may kiss me now. Oh. And don't get paint all over my coat.
Candace can be very sweet when she wants to be. But these last 30 years, she doesn't seem to want to be very much. She spends most of the time she's here asking me questions about what I've been doing, where I've been, the people I've seen. And, friend, I'm getting awful tired of it. 253 years is a long time. A long, long time with a jealous wife. So I'm going to get rid of her. This time I'm done. Oh, I don't love Candace anymore. I'm afraid of her. I told you I got this job here at the university in the history department. I've got this little cottage up here in the hills where I go every Halloween. Well, I don't want Candace barging in on faculty row. Well, I'm not supposed to be married here. And you know faculty people. So, well, I've decided to end it all this year. I'm going to kill Candace. But that is, I hope I am. When she appears, I'm not going to say who's that. I'm going to kill her. And then Alicia and I are going to be married. Oh, I forgot I didn't tell you about Alicia. Here comes Alicia now. I'd like to have you meet her. This is Alicia.
How do you do?
Alicia and I are going to be married.
Yes, indeed. Right after Halloween.
Alicia's secretary to the Dean of Women.
Well, that's how I met Craig.
Well, I hope you don't mean to imply I was flirting with the Dean, Alicia.
Oh, goodness, no, dear. I mean, you were being introduced to her when we first saw each other.
Oh, darling. I'll never forget it.
Oh, I won't either.
Isn't she pretty?
Oh, Craig, you mustn't talk that way to strangers.
Oh, I'm sorry, dear, but you are pretty.
But I'm so much younger than you are, Craig.
Well, you are a little younger, dear, but that won't make any difference, will it?
Oh, not to me, darling.
Excuse us a second. Darling, I love you.
Oh, darling, I love you.
Kiss me.
Oh, but they're looking, sweetheart.
Shut your eyes a second, will you, please? Now, darling.
Craig, dear.
You like her? Quite a girl, isn't she? Nothing at all like Candace. Man, am I tired of Candace. Wait a second, the phone's ringing. I'll be right with you. Hello?
Hello, darling. This is Alicia.
Hello, dear.
Are you going up to the cabin today?
I'm just leaving, darling.
Oh, I wish I could go with you.
Well, I do too, but I'll be back in a day or so.
Oh, couldn't I, please?
No, dear, no. You know it can't be done.
I wish I could.
Well, it isn't practicable, dear. I'll hurry back.
I could drive up tomorrow.
I'll probably be back tomorrow.
I'll miss you.
I'll miss you.
I just wanted to say goodbye.
I love you.
I love you.
See you in a day or so, honey.
All right. But I wish I could go along.
It can't be done, sweetie.
I might drive up and surprise
No,
you.
don't do that. Alicia, wait. Oh, my gosh, she can't do that if she does it. Hello. Get me 3 P3756. Well, so here I am. I wish I could have got Alicia back on that phone. If she comes up here, she'll... Oh, well, she won't. She's got better sense. Well, let's see, what time is it? Mm-hmm. Well, let's see. Revolver with a silver bullet. The old Revolutionary War bayonet I had at Valley Forge. A Bowie knife Dave Crockett gave me. Pretty well fixed. Come on, Candace, honey. Come on. Yes, come on in. This time you can come ahead of time, baby, and Papa will be waiting for you. And then... Alicia. She's an owl or something this time. Wait a minute. Oh, if she's an owl, I'd better get that shotgun out. Now, Candace. Look out. What the dickens was that? Oh, a moth. A moth, eh? Well, Candace. Here, where's that Saturday Evening Post? Light somewhere, darling. Light. There. Oh, mister, you're not going to get away this time, sweetheart. Get away from that lamp. Get away, I say. I got you. Oh, you're not dead yet. Well, I'll...
Never mind, Craig.
What?
Never mind. I'm going to die, all right.
Who's that?
It's too late, Craig. You've killed me. But haven't you forgotten something, darling?
What did I forget?
You forgot what I told you back there on the hill at Salem, sweetheart. You'll live just as long as I live. And when I die, you'll die.
Oh. Candace, let me help you.
It's too late, darling. Much, much too late.
Hello, this is Forest Ranger Station. Oh, hello, Brad. This is Joe Thomas. Listen, Brad, you better call the county cops or somebody. Well, I don't know. Well, I missed a little cabin halfway up Latigo Canyon. You know, the one with the red shutters? Yeah, well, I was on my way up to the station, see, and I meet this girl. Please be quiet, will you, lady? This girl and her car's busted down. Well, I picked her up, and she wants to come up here. What's your name, lady?
Alicia Dean.
Alicia Dean. So she's going to meet this fella here, she says, and I left her out, and I was just starting away, and I hear her scream. Scream, you know, holler. So I stopped and went inside, and she yelled her head off. Lady, please. Yeah, I don't know, Brad. It sure looked awful strange. No, there wasn't no guy here. No, nothing but a squashed moth. One of them big death's head moths, you know. And a skeleton. Yeah, a skeleton. All dried up and dusty. Like it was maybe 250 years old. And that's all. Just him and the moth. Funny, ain't it?
Listen to Quiet Please, which is written and directed by Willis Cooper. The man who talked to you was Ernest Chappell.
And Jarita Bauer played Candace, Alicia was Peggy Stanley, and the forest ranger was Jim Bowles. The music for Quiet Please is composed and played by Gene Perazzo, except, of course, for our theme, which, in answer to many queries, is based on the second movement of the Symphony in D minor by Cesar Franck. Now, for word about next week's Quiet Please, here is our writer-director, Willis Cooper.
Take me out to the graveyard. That's the title I've got for next week's story. Come along for the ride, won't you?
So, until next week at this time, I am quietly yours, Ernest Chappell.
Quiet Please comes to you from New York. This is the Mutual Broadcasting System.
Quiet, please. Quiet, please. Mutual Broadcasting System presents Quiet, Please, which is written and directed by Willis Cooper and features Ernest Chappell. Quiet, Please for tonight is called Take Me Out to the Graveyard. Which one, I said? Which graveyard? Well, we got a lot of them. The new one, the old one, the Catholic one, the Potter's Field.
Oh, any one will do, driver. I'm not particular.
You kidding, mister?
No. Just takes me out to the graveyard, that's all.
Well, you drive a cab 12, 15 years like I done, you get some funny ones. Drunks that want to take you home with them. Guys that tell you to take them to the Who's It Hotel when you're parked practically in front of it. Dames that want you... Yeah, you get some funny ones, but this is the first time I run into this kind of character. Well, so I'm driving a cab to make a buck, not to argue with people about where they want to go. So I think. Lakeside Cemetery. That's the farthest. I can rack up a couple of bucks, and maybe there'll be somebody out there that want to take a ride back to town. Get in, mister. Nice day, I take.
Yeah, beautiful. I always say this time of the year is the prettiest.
Yeah, so do I.
Good time of the year to die.
Huh?
I said this is a good time of the year to die.
Yeah, for my dough, no time of the year is a good time to die.
You gotta die, though.
Yeah, but it ain't good.
I don't know.
I don't either. I ain't died yet, but I can't get very enthusiastic about it.
That's why I wanted to go to the graveyard.
Why?
To die.
You ain't nuts, are you, mister?
Nope. What's your name, driver?
Judges Peterson.
My name's Booth.
Pleased to meet you.
Booth.
Yes?
So you can tell people when they ask you.
Tell what people?
Well, you know, policemen, coroners, whoever asks.
I already asked you if you're nuts, didn't I?
Well, I'm not.
Well, then you better take down your sign.
No, I'm perfectly okay,
Well,
Julius.
something's wrong with you if you talk that way.
No.
Do you hurt? Like in your noggin or something?
I never felt better in my life.
You want to look out. You might really die.
I know it.
How do you know?
Well, that I couldn't tell you, Julius. I just know it, that's all. And I'm not particularly upset about it.
My gracious, I am.
Think nothing of it, Julius.
Now, you stop talking crazy then.
I'm not going to argue with you, Julius.
And don't die.
Julius, you stick to your driving and let me worry about the dying, will you?
You ain't worrying. You're all the time grinning. I can see you in the rearview mirror.
Watch the road.
You ain't afraid of getting killed, are you?
No, I'm not.
I didn't like the way you said that there.
I'm sorry.
How are you going to do this, Mr. Booth?
Die?
Yeah.
I don't know. Yet.
Well, what if you don't?
I will.
Hey, listen.
What?
What about me?
Oh, you'll be all right, Julius.
You sure?
Positive.
Well, that's something.
You know, it is a beautiful day.
You changing your mind?
I can't change my mind.
Hey, do you work on the radio or something?
Why?
Oh, I just thought maybe you was one of them fellas that think up these mystery kind of stories. You know, at night and you was practicing on me.
Sorry to disappoint you, Julius.
I don't get it.
You will.
You live here in town?
No.
Stranger, huh?
That's right. A stranger on his last taxi cab ride.
I begin to get an idea about you, stranger.
You are?
I sure am.
What kind of idea are you getting, Julius?
Listen, mister. No suicides in my cab.
I'm not going to commit suicide, Julius.
Now, you better not.
But I am going to die.
Listen.
What are you stopping for? This isn't the cemetery.
I know it ain't, but this is as far as you're going.
What do you mean? I hired you to...
Get out.
Now, look, here,
Nick, get out, Mr. Booth. I ain't riding many loose nuts to any cemetery with suicide on their mind.
I told you I am not going to commit suicide.
I'll say you ain't. Not in my cab, at least. Outside, mister.
You say so. But it's
And the clock says 40 cents.
Okay. Keep the rest of it. You know, you're not going to make it come out any different this way. I really wasn't going to die in your cab.
Look out! Yeah, he was right. Neither one of us saw the gasoline truck that hit him. How do you figure that? He called it, didn't he? Then he was coming out. Why was he right? Well, like I said, pretty nearly anything can happen to a cab driver. Only it hardly ever happens twice. So it's a couple of months later, and I'm bucking the line at the corner of Adams and Fulton, and this girl comes out of the store and walks towards me. She's wearing black stockings. Don't seem like gals wearing black stockings these days. She steps towards the cab, so I reach out the window and unbutton the door, and I say, "Where to, lady?"
Take me out to the graveyard.
What'd you say, lady?
I said the graveyard, the cemetery.
Lady, you kidding me?
Why should I kid you, driver?
What cemetery do you want to go to, lady?
Oh, is there more than one?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, you pick one out.
I turn around the seat and look at her. She's just larger than I can tell, 26, 27. She had on these black stockings. I look at her a minute. I said, "Lady, listen.
Yes?
Are you sure you want to go to the graveyard?"
I certainly am. Why?
I don't like to go to the graveyard, lady.
You don't?
No, lady.
Well, that's all very interesting. But I want you to go to the graveyard. So will you please pull down your flag and start? Now, please, do.
It never occurred to me for the longest time that she called me Julius. How does she know my name? Hey, how do you figure this one, huh? But I don't like any part of this. One trip to the graveyard started just like this. Look what happened. Well, I figured I'll run out of gas for this thing. Before when I had you don't want to take me where I want to go. I just opened my mouth to say it to her, and she says,
And don't tell me you're out of gas, Julius, because I know better. I can see your gait.
"Lady, I was just going to tell you
The
that..."
graveyard, Julius.
What are you going to do with a thing like this here? I don't like any little bitsy part of it. I tried to jump a red light with a cop standing right there looking at me, then it turns green. Yeah, with the black stockings just giggles and laughs. She was the cheerfulest woman I ever seen. She leans over and talks in my ear.
Oh, hurry, Julius.
I wanted to say, "Why, lady?" You know what? I was scared of how she'd answer me. Up Adams to Maine, out Maine to Knoxville, out Knoxville on the way to the graveyard. And after a while, she said nothing. I was thinking. I said, "What'd you say, lady?"
I said, can't you drive faster?
I thought I was saying, "Lady, they got speed laws in this here town." But that wasn't the way it come out. The way it come out was different. Well, I know it come out different because of the way she answered me.
Because I have to get there quickly. Because I've got to die.
How scared can you get? I missed the streetcar by about 6 inches. I swallowed my heart back down and drove about half a block before I spoke to her again. I said it very careful. "I didn't understand you, lady.
What?
I didn't get you. What you said."
Oh, I said I've got to die.
I thought that's what you said.
You see, that's why we have to hurry.
You don't want to go to a hospital? She Okay, I'm trying to make myself, what is it, rationalize this thing. He said, you don't want to go to a hospital, huh?
I'm not sick.
Well, so it's about wanting to die, then.
I didn't say I want to die. I said I have to die.
This wouldn't be a gag, would it? No, it wouldn't.
Certainly would not.
No, you wouldn't know about this guy.
What are you talking about?
There was a guy a couple of months ago. His name was Mr. Booth.
Well?
He got in my cab, and he wanted to go to the graveyard.
Oh?
And he said he was going to die.
Did he?
You mean did he say so, or did he die?
Yes.
He done both, lady.
What? You see?
Lady, get out of my cab.
I will not.
You're not going to die in my cab now.
Well, I will if you don't get to the graveyard pretty quick.
You get out.
I won't do it. I hired you to take me to the graveyard.
You talk just like that Mr. Booth did.
Did you make him get out of your cab?
You're darn right I did.
What would you have done if he hadn't got out?
I just throwed him out.
Well, you can't throw a woman out.
No. But I can just park here till you get out.
But I won't get out.
You will, too.
No, I won't. I'll die right here in your cab.
Lady, please don't do that.
Then you get along to the graveyard. You better hurry, too.
Please.
Get a move on. There isn't much time.
Lady.
You better take my name.
Why?
You know why.
So as I can tell the cops who you are.
Who I was.
Okay, lady, but I wish you wouldn't.
It's Henrietta Gilbert.
Miss Gilbert, would you please?
Drive on.
I'll get in the jam, Miss Gilbert.
Drive on.
Doggone it.
Hurry.
Why couldn't you take another cab?
Because this is the right one.
What do you mean?
I knew it as soon as I saw it.
This thing look like a hearse or something?
To me, it does.
Well, it ain't.
That's what you think.
I don't see what you're so cheerful about.
Why shouldn't I be?
Well, if you're going to die...
Well, goodness, I can't help it, so why cry about it?
Well, sir, I turned around and I looked at it. That was where I made my mistake. I turned right around again, and where that streetcar come from, I'll never know. Oh, I didn't miss that one. Oh, sure. She was killed. No, I wasn't hurt at all. It was cut on my part. You could hardly see it. Cost me $46 to get my front axle straight and the grill work welded, and a trip to the license commissioner's office. Of course, I didn't tell him what I told you. I didn't want to lose my license and get sent to the goofy house to sign. You believe it, though, don't you? You will. Yeah, there was another one. A couple of weeks later. An old man. Says, take me out to the graveyard. I said, no. He called a cop. On the way, he asked me to stop at the cigar store and get change for a $10 bill. When I come back, he's laying on the floor. Yes. Dead. I took 3 weeks off and stayed home. The first night I took my cab out, a soldier in uniform stopped. Yeah, sure. You know what he said. We didn't get him to the graveyard either. I don't know what it was. What happened to him in the war. I just heard a funny noise. There he was. That time was kind of rough on me. It was license inspector, a fellow named Rice.
You know, you're in a jam, Julius.
I haven't done nothing, Inspector.
Nothing anybody could hang on you so far.
I didn't do a thing.
4 people have died in your cab. Is that nothing?
One of them didn't.
Huh?
He was outside the cab.
Now, look, let's not get into any technicalities.
All right.
Okay, let's hear your story.
I already told it to you, Inspector.
Well, you don't expect me to believe that. Malarkey, do you?
Well, I believe it.
You do, huh?
Well, I was there when they all happened.
And they all wanted to go to the graveyard.
I told you that.
Yeah, I know you did. And they all told you they was going to die.
I told you that, too.
All right, all right. Now, I want you to tell me one more thing, Julius. How did they know they was going to die?
I don't know.
Huh?
I don't know.
Didn't you ask them?
I never thought about it.
Why didn't you?
Oh, my gosh, Inspector, would you think of that when somebody tells you something like that?
I don't know. Never happened.
It sure happened to me.
What? Oh, yeah. That's what you say anyway.
It's true, Inspector, just as true as I'm standing. sitting here.
Julius,
Sir?
you didn't kill them people, did you?
No, I didn't. Sir?
I just said,
Oh.
No, I ought to suspend your license.
No, don't. Please don't, Inspector.
I ought to.
I gotta make a living.
You don't have to kill people.
I don't.
Well, they die?
Everybody dies.
Yeah, but not in your cab.
What?
I mean, they oughtn't to die in your cab.
Well, that'd be all right with me, Inspector.
You can't figure out any reason, huh?
Well, if I could, would I be taking people to the graveyard?
Hey, you got something there, Julius.
I know it.
But, of course, if people tell you to take them somewhere, you have to take them. City Ordinance 809B, 19...
I know it.
I can't figure it out.
Me neither.
Must be something in your cab.
What?
Maybe your cab's haunted.
Don't be. I don't think so.
Sure you don't say anything to him?
Well, I beef about taking them to the graveyard.
I mean, besides that.
No.
You don't put no hex on them or anything?
I wouldn't know how. What am I going to do, Inspector?
About what? Oh, you can't do anything about these people. They're all dead, ain't they?
Yeah, they sure are.
Yeah, but don't do it anymore.
Don't do what?
Or I'll suspend your license.
What, Inspector?
Don't give me an argument now, Julius.
I ain't Inspector. Listen,
One more, and I snatch your license.
But I tell you that
Listen, Julius.
What?
There must be a reason for it.
But what, Inspector?
Where's your cab?
Outside. Why?
I got an idea.
Now, listen, Inspector.
What?
I thought you was...
Was what?
I guess you ain't, though.
Yes, I am.
Now, Inspector.
Driver,
Sir?
take me out to the graveyard.
Okay, so what could I do? Well, he's a license inspector, ain't he? Okay. How do you feel, Inspector?
I feel okay.
Goody.
You can drive fast if you want to. I'll square a pinch.
No, Inspector.
Go ahead.
I go fast, I bump into something, you get your skull busted. That's all, brother.
You won't bump into anything.
Yeah, you ain't kidding.
You heading for the cemetery?
Well, you call the cab, Inspector.
I don't feel anything.
Stay that way, will you?
When did these people tell you they was going to die?
Different time.
I'll tell you if I feel like it.
Yeah, you do that, and I'll stop.
Yeah, that'll be all right.
And then I'll run.
Well, I feel okay.
Just keep that way, Inspector. It's all I ask.
This here's a nice cab you got, Julius.
Yeah, it used to be.
Hey, Julius.
What?
This here cab smells funny.
I don't smell nothing.
Well, I do.
Now, listen, Inspector,
No. It's nice.
No.
Flowers.
Huh?
Carnations.
You feel okay, Inspector?
Sure. And roses.
Listen now, sir,
And something else.
What?
Lilies.
Oh.
By golly, that's right.
Oh.
Lilies.
Oh, boy.
Say, Julius, how far are we from the graveyard?
Well, we're getting closer. You still feel okay?
Oh, I feel wonderful. Just smell them lilies and things.
Well, I'm glad I can't smell them.
Just like a greenhouse.
Oh, he's not.
Or like a funeral.
Say,
Eh?
did you say lilies, Inspector?
Yeah. Why?
I can smell them, too.
How much further, Julius?
We're pretty near there, Inspector. How do you feel?
Elegant. How do you feel?
Awful.
I ain't dead yet.
Don't say that, for God's sake.
What's the matter, Julius?
You sure you feel all right?
Oh, I feel swell. Only them lilies smell awful loud.
Doggone it, there ain't no lilies.
You smell them, don't you?
I sure wish I didn't.
Look, Julius.
What?
There's the cemetery.
Oh, boy, we made it.
Well, don't stop.
Well, why not?
Go on in.
No, sir.
Now, listen, Julius.
I don't want to go in.
I hired you to take me to the cemetery.
You're on the cuff.
Go on in.
Look, I don't like graveyards, Inspector.
Go on in.
I don't want it.
Go on.
Well, now we're here.
Yeah, sure are.
We're here, so let's go back.
Yeah, wait a minute.
Where you going?
Hey, this is a pretty cemetery, Julius.
Well, come on. Come on, and let's go back.
Yeah, sure is pretty. I'm glad we came.
Come on, Inspector.
No,
Well, why not?
don't be such a sap, Julius. I'm going to stay here.
What?
I'm going over here and go to sleep.
Hey! That's a grave.
Well, what's the matter with that?
But you ain't dead, Inspector.
Oh, yes, he is, Julius.
Sure he is, Julius. Why, sure, Julius. There's nobody in a cemetery at night, Julius, except dead people.
Sure, Julius. Sure, Julius. That's right.
What? Well, I ain't dead. Yeah, they was right. I guess I'm dead, all right. I took myself out to the graveyard. Oh, yes, I'm still driving the cab, sure. I only make one trip, though. Always out there. I'll probably be picking you up one of these days. You feel all right? The cab's waiting right outside. All you got to do is say, take me out to the graveyard. See you later. Listen to Quiet, Please, which is written and directed by Willis Cooper. The man who spoke to you was Ernest Chappell. And Mr. Booth was played by Don Briggs. Miss Gilbert was Evelyn Juster. The inspector was Ed Latimer. Music for Quiet, Please, as usual, is composed and played by Gene Perazzo. Now, for a word about next week's Quiet, Please, here is our writer-director, Willis Cooper.
3. That's next week's story. I've always wanted to write a story with a number instead of a title. 3, of course, isn't written yet, but it might be interesting. Listen next week to 3.
And so, until next week at the same time, I am quietly yours, Ernest Chappell.
Quiet, Please comes to you from New York. This is the Mutual Broadcasting System.
Quiet, please. Quiet, please.
Broadcasting System presents Quiet Please, which is written and directed by Willis Cooper and features Ernest Chappell. Quiet Please for tonight is called 3.
Practically nobody is named Sebastian. And I have taken in my lifetime a good deal of kidding about my name. Well, Sebastian is an unusual name, and a great many amateur humorists seem to enjoy working on it. And when Evelyn Waugh's Brideshead Revisited came out, at least 7 of my friends sent me huge teddy bears. If you should happen to need a teddy bear... but I didn't come here to talk about teddy bears. I thought maybe you might help me. Well, at least I can tell you. May I? Well, it's kind of, I suppose you'd say it's an obsession. Well, on the other hand, I guess you have to have a thing quite a while before you could call it an obsession. This has only been bothering me since day before yesterday, so I suppose maybe we'd better call it a premonition. I was walking down the street, and there was absolutely nobody near me. And a voice spoke to me, right in my ear. A very quiet little voice. It just said one word. 3. Did you hear it? Oh, you must have heard it. What was it? I tell you, there wasn't anybody near me. There wasn't anybody within a block of me. Well, I thought then I was, hearing things. You know how it is. You think you hear your name called or something, and it's just some kind of subconscious thought that jars its way into whatever you're thinking of, and... Well, maybe it isn't either. Maybe somebody does call your name somewhere. I don't know. I suppose I might have forgotten it, except for one thing. I walked on down to the office, and I went into the lobby. I stood in front of the elevator. The door opened finally. I got in. Another man got in behind me. He stood right in front of the door in the middle of the car. The operator started to close the door, and the other man spoke. 3. And it suddenly came. It was the same voice. And I was suddenly seized with the most dreadful fear I've ever known. I scrambled past the man as the doors drew together.
Hey, look out, mister. What do you think?
Let me out. Let me out.
Well, for Pete's sake, make up your mind, will you?
I stood panting in the corridor, watching the indicator above the door as the car went up. 2, 3.
We haven't found out yet what caused it. Apparently, though, the operator, who was a new man, mishandled the controls at the 3rd floor, and the car dropped down to the sub-basement. There's no way of telling, of course, because the operator was killed. We think we're fortunate, however, that there was nobody else in the car.
Did you hear that? There was nobody else in the car. Well, what about the man who said 3? No. Nothing more happened that first day. I walked upstairs to my office, and I stayed there. I didn't do very well on the job that day. Oh, yes, I forgot something did happen. No, nothing like the elevator thing. It was just the telephone. It rang 3 times. At 3 o'clock in the afternoon. No, I know there's nothing unusual about a telephone ringing 3 times, only this one, I picked up the receiver when it rang the first time, and it rang 2 more times. Telephones don't do that. That was all the first day. I went home very carefully. I remember I waited at the corner very conscientiously until the number 3 bus went past. I'll never ride a number 3 bus again. I'll walk the extra 4 blocks and ride the number 12. I was pretty conscious of that number. I saw 3s everywhere. 3 men in the restaurant. I began looking for 3s. Three letters in my mailbox. I found 3s everywhere. 3 pennies fell out of my trousers pocket when I was undressing. 3 of those black wartime ones made out of zinc or something. You don't see many of them these days. They look somehow sinister lying there on the bedspread. 3 black pennies. And all of a sudden I remembered they used to put pennies on dead men's eyes. And then I thought, but there's 3 of them. I haven't got 3 eyes. And you know what? I said to myself, I wonder if maybe I have got 3 eyes. And I walked over to the mirror and looked. No, I haven't got 3 eyes. But you see what a thing like this can do to you? Well, that settled it. I went in the bathroom and I took down the pills and I took 3 of them. And I remembered, just as I was drifting off, that 3 pills are enough to put a man to sleep permanently. But I couldn't do a thing about it then. Oh, no. I didn't go to sleep permanently. I woke up. You guess what time. I didn't sleep anymore. I sat up and smoked cigarettes. When it was daylight at last, I dressed and went out. First, though, I counted the cigarette butts. I'd smoked 1 whole package and 13 besides. You can count it up. And the street was deserted early in the morning. I walked past the movie house. The sign on the marquee said, last 3 days. I went down to the office. Walked all the way. I walked upstairs. This was only 7 o'clock in the morning, mind you. I unlocked the door. And there were 3 men in my office. At 7 o'clock in the morning. I just stood there and looked at them.
Good morning, Sebastian.
Who are you?
My name is Lee, Sebastian.
Well, what are you doing in my office at this time of the day?
Sebastian, this is Mr. Dix. Good morning, Sebastian.
I said, what are you doing in my office?
And this is Mr. Gay, Sebastian.
Did you hear me? What are you doing here?
Please, Sebastian.
Will you answer me, or do I have to call an officer?
I think we'll put the desk over here, Dick. I'd like it better along this wall, Lee.
You'll have to have a new rug.
And new draperies.
Listen, you 3.
Certainly, Sebastian.
What is it, Sebastian? Speak up, Sebastian.
I want to know what you're doing in my office.
Oh, that.
Don't mind us.
Of course not. Now, about the filing cases, Lee. I don't want them. Do you, Gabe?
I'm sure I don't.
What are you doing here? Do you hear me?
Why, Sebastian, we're just looking it over, deciding on the changes.
We don't like it this way.
And what business is it of yours? What are you going
We're going to move in here.
You what?
When you leave.
What are you talking about? I'm not going to leave.
Yes, you are.
I am not.
Certainly you are, Sebastian.
Are you people crazy?
Why, no, Sebastian. Are you?
Well, I don't know what you're talking about, and
Sebastian, come here. Over here by the window.
Come on.
No, you're not going to get me to that window. I know what you're up to. I'm going to get a policeman.
Oh, no, Sebastian.
You're wrong.
We're not going to push you out.
I should say you're not.
We don't have to. Of course not.
Just look, Sebastian.
I looked out the window. And right below me was the sign on the movie house I told you about. Big red letters, they said, last 3 days. But I hadn't noticed before, or maybe it wasn't there before. The 3 had a big red X across it, and there was a 2 painted on top of it. And when my eyes had focused again, I turned around. There wasn't anybody in the room but me. Yeah, that's right. The door was closed, and there's only one door. The only thing that was different from the way I'd left it yesterday was the calendar pad on my desk. And there were just 3 pages left on it. And the top one had a big red X scrawled across it. I never took a drink in my life before 5 o'clock. I seldom touched the stuff, but I I do keep a bottle in my desk for an occasional client who likes a nip in the daytime. I took 2 nips. And I got very brave and very matter-of-fact when I downed the second one. Well, after the third one, I went out in the hall and I walked downstairs. The elevator starter was just coming to work. He looked at me with a very strange expression when the whiskey and I spoke to him in a loud voice about 3 strange men invading an office at 7 in the morning. And then he asked me, more or less politely, to describe the men. Do you know, I couldn't remember a single thing about any one of the 3. He looked at me as if I were crazy. And I remembered what Dix had said.
No, we're not crazy, Sebastian. Are you?
I don't know. Maybe I am. A man can't be haunted by a number, can he? Or can he? You remember what I told you about being careful about the number 3 bus? Well, the number 3 bus rammed into a light standard last night and caught on fire. No, only one man was killed. I saw his picture in the paper. I thought there was something familiar about his face. And then it came to me. I walked over to the mirror above the washstand in the corner. Why, the man looked enough like me to be my twin brother. Or to be me, for that matter. What is this thing? So then I sat down at the desk and I thought some more. Maybe I've been working too hard. Maybe. Well, anyway, I got to do something about it. Yeah, but what? I'll call up Dr. Mandel, I say to myself. Dr. Mandel can tell me if I'm going crazy. Or what? Give me the phone. Now, let's see. What's his number? 4087.
Good morning. May we be of service to you?
What?
I said good morning. May we be of service to you?
Is this Dr. Mandel's office?
Oh, my, no, sir.
Is this 4087?
This is the Beveridge Funeral Parlor, sir.
A what?
The undertaker, sir.
Isn't this 4087?
No, sir. This is 3333.
How did I get that number? Well, I couldn't miss it that much. 4087.
Good morning. May we be of service to you?
Who is this?
You dialed 3333, sir. This is the Beveridge Funeral Parlor.
I'm sorry. I can't be that drunk.
Good morning. May we be of service to you?
Oh, but I'm sure going to be. Where's that bottle?
This is the telephone company. Look here. There's an insane man who keeps dialing this number and telling me it's the wrong one. Can't you put a stop to it? For 3 solid hours now he's been ringing this number, and we have clients of our own to take care of. Well, I don't care what you do, but stop that man.
No matter what I dialed, it always came out 3333. I called Dr. Mandel. I called the police. I called my Uncle Hubert. And always there was that man with a fat voice wanting to be of service.
Good morning. May we be of service to you?
That was yesterday. Today. Oh, yes, I woke up at 3 this morning. There was somebody in my bed. No, I know. I'm getting awfully tired of these things happening to me, too. But you should complain. Well, they're not happening to you. All I want from you is a little sympathy. Or at least the chance to tell my story. Just tell my story. Sorry. No, really, I'm sorry. This stuff is beginning to get me down. Beginning? Got me. I don't know what's happening to me. Either somebody's trying to make me lose my mind and commit suicide or something, or it's true. All I can hear is...
3 men. 3 days.
And now there's only 1 day left. And the second leaf of my calendar pad had a big red X on it this morning. And everywhere I go, things happen in threes. I hear streetcar gongs. I hear automobile horns. I hear knocks on doors. I hear noises in my head. And all of a sudden I remember I heard on the radio that there's going to be a radio program tonight called 3. What are they doing to me? Help me, please. Do something. Please, please, please. You hear that? You hear the way I'm talking? You hear me?
Sebastian.
Look, I can't stand it any longer. I've got to do something. Well, it'll be 3 o'clock in just a little while, and I know that's going to be the deadline. Well, I know it. So do you know it, don't you? Who is it that hates me? Who is it that's going to get me? Is it you? All right. All right, I know what I'll do. I'm going in here. I'm going to have a drink. You stay out there, all 3 of you. I walk inside. The bartender is standing behind the bar. Hello, bartender.
Hello, Sebastian.
How did you know my name?
Well, you told it to me.
I did? When did I tell it to you?
Well, last night.
Last night? I wasn't here last night.
Well, this morning, then.
Why, I wasn't here. I've never been here before.
Oh, now, Sebastian. You got a hangover?
Oh, no, I don't remember.
Well, sure, you was in here with them 3 men.
What 3 men?
You know, fellas with the funny names.
Funny names?
Yeah, you know, all 3 of them with the 3-letter names.
Dix?
Sure. Dix, Lee, and Gay. The 3 threes.
When was this, bartender?
3 o'clock this morning.
I'm trying to pull myself together. I try hard. But my head is all mixed up. I'm getting scared, bartender.
What you scared of, Sebastian?
3.
3?
Just 3.
Oh, that reminds me.
What?
Fella telephoned just before you came in. Said he'd be here at 3 o'clock. Coincidence, huh?
Who?
I didn't say. Said if you wanted to call him back, call him at 3333.
Yes. I know who he is.
You want a drink?
No, I guess not.
No?
Just talk to me, will you?
Sure, Sebastian. Till 3 o'clock.
What?
Your friends will be here then.
Oh, I'm scared.
Why?
Somebody's after me.
That's so.
What am I going to do?
Well, I don't know anything you can do, Sebastian.
Look, talk to me. Talk to me. Take my mind off it.
What'll I talk about?
Anything. Anything except... anything.
Well, let's see.
Talk. Talk, I'm scared.
Well, let's see now. Well, you take names.
Names?
Sure, like yours, for instance. Sebastian. It's a very odd name. I think I only seen it once before in my life.
Where?
On a gravestone somewhere.
Don't talk like that.
Well, it is an odd name.
It's unusual.
Names have got a lot of meaning.
Yeah, yes. Mine means to be reverenced, I think.
Does it? Ain't that odd now?
Ain't it?
You still scared?
Talk some more.
I'm talking.
What time is it?
A little before 3.
Talk!
Well, talking about names now. I got a funny name, too, for a bartender.
You have?
For a bartender.
What is it?
You are scared, ain't you?
Why are you looking at me so funny?
Well, it's pretty near 3.
Bartender, what's all this about 3?
Well, I was going to tell you a funny coincidence.
Talk. Talk, please talk.
Well, you're so worried about this 3
Talk,
stuff.
will you talk? Talk to me.
Well, I was going to tell you about my name.
Well, what is your name? Is it Joe or Tom or Harry or Charlie or Aloysius or Alcibiades or Mike or what?
That's what's so funny. It's Dry.
Dry? Oh, that's very funny. Oh, that's extremely funny. Oh, that's funny, bartender. A bartender named Dry. A dry bartender. Oh, well, sir, that sure is funny.
Yeah, but of course that ain't the way you spell it, see?
What?
No, you see, it's a German name.
Is it?
Yeah, sure. Spelled D-R-E-I. It means 3, you know.
No more 3. No more 3. No more bartender named Dry. What do you suppose it was? I'm never going to hear any more 3s again, am I? Oh, yes, I am. You remember? When the judge says to be hanged by the neck until dead.
You have listened to Quiet Please, which is written and directed by Willis Cooper. The man who spoke to you was Ernest Chappell.
And others who played in tonight's story were Les Tremaine, Vinton Hayworth, Cameron Prudhomme, and Kermit Murdoch. Music for Quiet Please, as usual, is composed and played by Gene Parasso. Now, for a word about next week's Quiet Please, here is our writer-director, Willis Cooper.
Next week, our story is about a man who couldn't escape his fate. It's called Kill Me Again.
And so, until next week at the same time, I am quietly yours, Ernest Chappell.
Quiet Please comes to you from New York. This is the Mutual Broadcasting System.
Quiet, please. Quiet, please. The Mutual Broadcasting System presents Quiet, Please, which is written and directed by Willis Cooper and which features Ernest Chappell. Quiet, Please for tonight is called Kill Me Again. You ever hear anybody say, I'd sell my soul for this, that, or the other? Not very many people really mean it when they say it. Unfortunately, I did. And I found a buyer. No, nothing very exciting. No crashes of thunder, no red fire. Now, the doorbell just rang, and when I opened the door, there was a worried little-looking man standing there. I said, Well?
I understand you have some property for sale, Mr. Davis.
Who are you?
Yeah, I'm Mr. Hellman, Mr. Davis. May I come in?
Mr. Hellman came in. Mr. Hellman sat down nervously. Mr. Hellman didn't have much time, it appeared, but Mr. Hellman had the $1 million in currency that I had named as my price for my soul. And he also had a bill of sale neatly typed in triplicate. No, it didn't seem odd at all. That's why I suggest you never mention aloud that you'd be willing to dispose of your own immortal soul for this, that, or the other thing. Well, Mr. Hellman gets around. And he's a mighty sharp businessman, for all his apparent nervousness. So Mr. Hellman got up and went to the door.
Well, good night, Mr. Davis. It's a pleasure to do business with you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Hellman.
I'll be seeing you soon, then.
Hey, close the door, Mr. Hellman. But Mr. Hellman had gone on out, and me with $1 million in currency, well, I hopped at the door to close it fast. Not fast enough, though. Well, there were two men there with revolvers. I didn't get a chance to say a word. They both fired, and I saw them run down the hallway with my beautiful new $1 million. I tried to yell, but I couldn't. And I turned around. There I was, lying on the floor, all bloody. Mr. Hellman spoke to my ear.
Well, I guess you can come along now, Mr. Davis. I kept my bargain. Now you keep yours.
So that's how come I was sitting a little while later in a little dark room with Mr. Hellman. There wasn't much light in there. What light there was seemed to come from way up high near the ceiling and sort of flickered, like the light that comes from a fireplace. Mr. Hellman was sitting at a desk looking at me, and his eyes seemed to dart all around the room, but, well, maybe that was from the flickering light. He didn't say anything for a long while, and just sat there and bit his fingernails. And then he spoke.
Well, Mr. Davis.
This is a dirty trick you pulled on me.
The contract didn't say anything about your keeping the money, Mr. Davis.
Oh, yes, but I assumed...
Now, Mr. Davis, you must never assume things when there's a written contract. You should have read it.
Well, I hadn't any idea you were going to pull this kind of a trick.
Most people who deal with me haven't.
Well, I won't stand for it.
You won't?
No, I won't.
You can't do anything about it.
Why, that contract wouldn't hold up in a court of law.
What court of law?
Well,
Now, come, Mr. Davis. You're going to be here a long, long time, and you might just as well get used to doing as I say.
Well, what do I have to do then?
Yes, well, I must confess, I acted rather hastily in your case.
You mean you're going to let me out of here then?
Oh, my, no.
But I haven't done anything.
No, that's what's got me puzzled, Mr. Davis. My. Why don't I think?
Think what?
Well, I may as well confess. You see, most of the people who make an arrangement with me about their souls, as you did, are due to come here anyway, eventually.
I don't get it.
I mean, they've already committed a crime or a sin or whatever you like, enough to qualify them for our little institution. And so the transaction really doesn't mean anything except to expedite their arrival. Do you see?
You mean you cheat them? You gyp them?
Oh, come now, Mr. Davis. Business is business.
I suppose so. But what's that got to do with me?
A great deal, Mr. Davis. Your soul belongs to me, according to the terms of our contract, you see. But you haven't committed any sins, according to my records. So you're in a very strange position.
I don't get it.
Why, you see, you're a regular inmate now, Mr. Davis, but I can't send you out to the fire department or any of the other departments like the rest of our guests because you're not qualified. It's very, very distressing.
Yes. Yes, it must be.
Yes, it's very, very, very distressing. I am really ashamed of myself.
I feel awful sorry for you, Mr. Hellman.
Dear me, I've been running this place for so long, and I've never had a slip-up before. Believe me, if this gets around... Mr. Davis, promise me one thing.
What?
Promise me you'll never say a word about this to anybody around here?
Well, that depends on how I'm treated, Mr. Hellman.
Oh, dear, I knew you'd take advantage of me.
Well, I'm a businessman, too, Mr. Hellman.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
You said you never had a slip-up before?
Never once. Never once in ever so many years. Never once.
Well, how about Dante? He was down here.
Dante? Oh, you mean that Italian fellow with the long robe?
Or a wreath of leaves on his head.
Oh, yes, I remember him. I remember him quite well. This place was a mess for weeks after he was here.
Well, you let him out.
I had to. He was a visitor, you see. He was alive.
I see.
And you know what that man did? He wrote a book about this place. And what that book did to business. Why, do you know business fell off 13% the very first year?
That's awful, Mr. Hellman.
You have no idea what I went through.
I am a writer, too.
Mr. Davis, allow me to call your attention to the fact that I have a very special department in this place for writers.
Oh?
Very special department. Yes, remind me to show you someday the lovely little apartment in there that I fixed up especially for Mr. Dante.
Well, isn't he here?
That sissy, he didn't have the basic ordinary human decency to afford me an opportunity to welcome him back. Not Mr. Dante. He lived an exemplary life and died full of virtue, the coward.
Well.
Yes, but that doesn't solve my problem with you.
I can wait, Mr. Hellman.
Yes, well, doubtless I'll find something for you to do, Mr. Davis. And in the meantime, just feel free to go anywhere. I'll let you know when I want you.
You won't let me off then?
Oh, dear, no, Mr. Davis. Dear, no. Business is business. The same here as everywhere else. Yes, it's the very devil, isn't it, Mr. Davis? Yes. Well, bye-bye. I'll see you later, and don't get into any mischief.
Well, I felt quite perky as I wandered around Mr. Hellman's remarkable institution. But who wouldn't? I'd had a pretty tough time on Earth. There were plenty of times when I'd wondered where the next meal was coming from. Well, I had $1 million, even if it was for only a few minutes, and there aren't very many people in the world who can say that. Then, now, here I was, a non-paying permanent guest, and Mr. Hellman himself admitted he couldn't do anything about it. Just that alone was enough to make me feel pretty smart and pretty smug, especially when I'd catch Mr. Hellman's expression occasionally out of the corner of an eye. You know, Mr. Hellman's a very hard person to outwit. Well, people have been trying to do it ever since. And now look who did it. Little old Joe Davis, the guy that never had a nickel. The guy that sold his soul and made a profit on it. Well, I was smart to do my laughing early. Well, Mr. Hellman's ingenious. When I think of some of the things he had people doing. My, oh, my. Well, I'd seen enough of the place to decide that I was a very, very lucky fella. And also to wish I'd never made this deal. So I can say definitely that I wasn't happy. Mr. Hellman saw that, too. And he talked to me about it.
Mr. Davis, you're not happy.
No, I'm not, Mr. Hellman.
Well, I'm not either.
Well, yes, but you can do something about it. I can't.
You're a disturbing influence here.
Well, I can't help that. You brought me here.
You're ruining the morale here.
How?
Well, you keep telling my staff members how you outsmarted me on this deal.
No, I don't. I tell them how you outsmarted yourself.
Well, I want you to stop it.
Mr. Hellman, I'm an unwilling guest here, you know.
Don't I know it?
Well, why don't you do something about it?
I want you to stop carrying tales about me, or...
Or what, Mr. Hellman?
Mr. Davis... you want to get out of here, don't you?
I certainly do.
Now, Mr. Davis, if I let you out of here, would you stop being mean to me?
Oh, trying to bribe me, huh?
Yes, I am, Mr. Davis. On a purely business basis, you understand.
Okay. Okay, what's the basis?
Well, of course, I should expect something in return.
Well, I said I wouldn't talk about you if you'd let me out.
You will have to do a little better than that.
Well, anything within reason.
Good. Now, see here, I do have a contract with you, don't I?
As if I'd forget that.
Yes, quite. We mustn't forget it. Now, Mr. Davis, tell me, have you ever considered murder?
Murder?
Exactly.
No, I've never considered murder, Mr. Hellman. And if you think you're going to suck me into committing a crime so you can put me out there with the other boys and girls... Oh, no, Mr. Hellman, really, I did think you were smarter than that. Why, even after the way you messed up this other deal...
Now, don't rub it in, Mr.
Well,
Davis.
I mean...
You see, I could give you leads. All you'd have to do is appear on Earth and sort of stick around, giving these various people an opportunity to murder you. And then, well, you see, they automatically qualify for a place here.
No, I got murdered once, thank you.
You're quite welcome, I'm sure. Now, what about it? Solves both our problems, doesn't it?
Well, what happens after I get murdered?
Oh, you come back here until I have another assignment for you.
I come back here?
Of course. I want this to be a home for you, Mr. Davis.
No.
You have a very nice, comfortable apartment, Mr. Davis, and no work whatever to do, you know.
Yeah, I don't like it, though.
Why, Mr. Davis, you might have to give up your comfortable apartment, you know, if you're not cooperative.
Oh, threatening me, huh?
Oh, no. But the shortage, you know.
You'd kick me out in the cold.
Oh, not the cold, dear. No, Mr. Davis, not the cold.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Mr. Davis, do you remember what strawberry shortcake tastes like?
Oh, God.
Do you remember the blue sky with white fleecy clouds floating in it on a summer afternoon? Green grass, trees. Remember the sound of dogs barking at night?
Going swimming in the ocean. And snow. Beautiful white snow.
Rain. Lovely, cool rain at the end of a hot August day.
A new suit of clothes. Apple pie.
Listening to music with a beautiful girl by your
Going
side.
fishing at Tomahawk Lake.
Radio, movie. Oh my, I shouldn't have said that.
A cold glass of beer.
What do you say, Mr. Davis?
Mr. Hellman, you've sold a bill of goods.
Just sign here, Mr. Davis. Why, Mr. Davis, you're back so quick.
By darn it, I never had a chance. Is this the kind of a deal you made with me? I'm done, Hellman.
Oh, Mr. Davis, but you did beautifully.
I just opened the door and the guy plugged me.
I know. He was much hastier than I expected.
I didn't get a chance to do a thing. Just bang, bang, that's all, and I'm saying hello, Mr. Hellman.
Yes, that's too bad.
Why, I haven't been gone 15 minutes.
Well, you got excellent results. He'll be down here before you know it, and you and he will have a good many laughs over it before I give him his assignment.
Yeah.
Well, now, shall we try again, Mr. Davis?
We shall not.
Oh, but, Mr. Davis, I'm afraid you'll have to.
What? Why?
You signed an agreement, Mr. Davis. My, will you never learn to read things before you sign them?
Well, this time it wasn't so bad. For a while. Well, I was smart. I never went near the fellow for 2 months. And I lived like a king. I will say this, Mr. Hellman, he's generous with an expense account. Of course, some people say that all the money there is belongs to him, but, well, they're willing to take it regardless. Mr. Hellman was all right about it. He didn't rush me. And I'd begun to wonder how long I could get away with it. Well, I say I had a lot of money. I went a lot of places, putting this thing off as long as I could. And I was having fun. I got ideas. Well, you see, I'd met this girl. Oh, sure, a girl comes into any story sooner or later. I never had a girl in my previous life before Mr. Hellman, so I was nuts about this one. I remember I got very sentimental with her. Kind of forgot, I guess. It was a beautiful night with a million stars. We'd been dancing on an outdoor terrace. I really did forget who I was.
Sure is a beautiful night, isn't it?
stars.
You could just reach up and touch them.
Make you feel romantic?
Kind of.
Me too.
Let's stay out here a while.
I was hoping you'd say that.
You were? Why?
Don't you know?
'Cause it's cool?
No.
'Cause you're tired dancing?
No.
What?
You.
Me?
Yes. I love you.
Oh, now look. Don't be ridiculous.
I'm not. I love you.
Oh, listen, dear.
I love
Listen, I said.
Well?
Look, you're nice to be around with, and you spend your money, and you take me places, and I have kind of fun with you. But that's as far as it goes.
Well,
No, skip it.
Well, I tell you...
Why do you have to be so serious? Don't spoil everything.
But I thought that
I know what you thought. You thought I was falling for you. Well, I'm not.
Darling, I want to marry you.
Marry you? Why, you old fool. Marry you.
Darling, please listen to me.
Look, Pops, I don't want to be mean to you, but after all, you're old enough to be my father. And I don't want to hear any more about it. Now, do you want to go back in and dance, or do you want to get me a taxi and let me go home?
And as she stood there laughing at me, I thought I heard someone else laughing, and it sounded like Mr. Hellman.
You're wasting time, Mr. Davis. Better get to work, hadn't you?
So I went to see my prospect. And it wasn't very hard feeling the way I did. I'm old enough to be her father, am I? It wasn't very difficult to taunt him into drawing a revolver. So I got murdered for the third time, and Mr. Hellman had a new inmate, and it didn't hurt very much after all. And I wondered how that girl felt about it. Well, I had a nice apartment down there in Mr. Hellman's place, but I didn't get much time to use it. That's one thing you want to remember about making a bargain with Mr. Hellman. Well, the bargain part of it is always on his side. I brought in 26 new customers, and, well, then I thought it was time for a vacation. Well, after all, you try getting murdered 26 times. It wears you out. I had scars all over me. So I spoke to Mr. Hellman. Mr. Hellman, I said, I need a vacation. I've been working awful hard, Mr. Hellman, and I'm worn out. Why, Mr. Hellman, I said, I've got so there isn't any place left to shoot me without going through an old bullet hole.
Why, I'm awfully sorry, Mr. Davis, but a bargain is a bargain.
But look, I tell you...
Sorry, Mr. Davis, but business is business. You cost me $1 million.
But I never got a cent of it.
I'm sure you realize that that's not my fault, Mr. Davis.
Are you sure about that, Mr. Hellman?
I don't care to discuss it, Mr. Davis. Now, here is another very good prospect that I want you to see just as soon as possible.
Well, I won't do it.
Mr. Davis, must I take steps? Now, about this Black Marty chap.
Well, I hadn't had any rest for so long. I was so fed up with this Mr. Hellman and the job he forced me into. I said to myself, I'm going to double-cross you, Mr. Hellman. I'm going to get some rest somehow. Somehow. So I walked into this Black Marty's office. He seemed to be a rather nice fellow.
How do you do, young man? What can I do for you?
I don't want anything.
An automobile?
No, thanks.
Well, a washing machine.
Now, what could I do with a washing machine?
Change a $1,000 bill for you?
No.
Well, an apartment, maybe.
An apartment? Say, that I could use.
It's a deal, sir. Just look at this. 4 rooms. Bath newly decorated, daily maid service, modern kitchen. Finest apartment in the city. How about it?
How much?
Strictly ceiling price, sir. Long-term lease.
I'll take it.
But,
Yes?
You'll have to buy the drapers in the apartment.
Oh, that's all right. How much?
Oh, that'll be, let me see, $10,000.
I was standing over him with the smoke still wreathing its way upward out of my revolver, and he was as dead as a doornail on the thick green rug. The door opened, and I turned around.
Well, Mr. Davis.
Hellman.
Mr. Hellman Davis. Well, now you have been and gone and done it, haven't
Did you hear what he was trying to sell me?
Mr. Davis, I hope you realize that your days as a guest in my institution are over.
You mean I don't have to go back now?
My, he certainly is dead. You're a very good shot, Mr. Davis.
Well, he made me so mad.
Yes, indeed. What were you saying about not having to come back?
Did you mean I don't have to come back now, Mr. Hellman?
Why, Mr. Davis.
What?
Why, Mr. Davis, don't you see what you've done? I knew eventually you'd do something like this. Temper, Mr. Davis.
What are you talking about?
Why, Mr. Davis, I knew someday you'd commit a crime, commit a sin, Mr. Davis. Why, certainly you're coming back, Mr. Davis, after the law gets through with you.
Mr. Hellman, listen, sir.
I'm afraid you're never going to be a businessman, Mr. Davis. I have such interesting things for you to do the next couple of million years.
Who's that?
Why, that, Mr. Davis, I suspect is the officers come to take you to jail, where they will eventually send you back to me.
No.
I'll be seeing you, Mr. Davis. Kill me again. Kill me again.
You have listened to Quiet, Please, which is written and directed by Willis Cooper. Mr. Davis, the man who spoke to you, was Ernest Chappell. And Mr. Hellman was played by James Monks. The girl was played by Peggy Stanley. And the Black Marketeer was Pat O'Malley. Music for Quiet, Please is composed and played by Gene Perazzo. Now, for a word about next week's Quiet, Please, here is our writer-director, Willis Cooper.
Next week's story is a simple story of a man and a woman who loved each other and what happened to them. It's called In Memory of Bernadine.
And so, until next week at this same time, I am quietly yours, Ernest Chappell. Quiet Please came to you from New York. This is the Mutual Broadcasting System. Quiet, please. Quiet, please. The Mutual Broadcasting System presents Quiet, Please, which is written and directed by Willis Cooper and which features Ernest Chappell. Quiet, Please for tonight is called In Memory of Bernadine. It's a long, long ride home. It's been a long, long war for me, and I've seen places I never expected to see. I'd just as soon not have seen them. But I'm going home now. At last. It won't be the kind of homecoming Bernadine and I planned. No, not at all. How are you about depending on a woman? The woman you're in love with, I mean. Are you like me? I suppose not. I imagine I'm different. I depended so much on her that I don't know how I got by without her. As a matter of fact, I suppose I didn't. I guess that's why her memory, the memory of her, I mean, is still so important to me. What did I do before I met Bernadine? You know, it's strange. The part of my life before her is all hazy and indistinct, like when I was a kid in school and we made watercolor sketches. The paper was wet and the colors all ran together, no matter how carefully you drew in a tree or a house or something. That's the way my life seems to me before Bernadine. And that's the way it is, too, since this other thing happened. All I've got now is her memory. That'll last me. I wish I could see her, though. Everything would be all right. It was Latin. You know, high school Latin. I was the prize dumbhead in Latin. I remember the first semester I got a fast 20 on the exam, and Mr. Patton, we used to get a laugh out of his name. Mr. Patton, he teaches Latin. Mr. Patton said to me, Charlie, I have enormous admiration for you as a fullback, and I predict a great career for you in college. But, Charlie, he said, if you want to be All-American at Northwestern or wherever you're going, I advise you to avoid the study of Latin. Because, Charlie, he said, if you don't avoid it, they'll throw you out on your ear after about 20 minutes, no matter how far you can throw a football, and that will be sad, Charlie, he said. Well, it was good advice, certainly. But Bernadine sat next to me in the Latin class. So I stayed. Remember that thing in Cicero, I guess it is, where he's talking to Catiline, the place where he says, how long, O Catiline, will you continue to try our patience? Quousque tandem abutare, Catilina, parientia nostra. I'll never forget that. Then Mr. Patton will never forgive me. Well, I was dreaming about something, Bernadine maybe, and he called on me, and I got up and said, Quousque tandem abutura, Mr. Patton, parientia nostra. So I got thrown out. Isn't it funny how things start? So silly. How a little thing like that can affect your whole life. Well, I was sitting in a little drugstore on Bryn Mawr that afternoon. No sin kids came in there much, and I was feeling sorry for myself. You know how it is, the football big shot and he makes a fool of himself. I was drinking in Walden, all alone in a booth back of the magazine rack, and somebody stopped alongside me, and I looked up. It was Bernadine.
Hello, Charlie.
Hello, Bernadine.
Mind if I sit down with you?
Well, I was just going to go.
I'm only going to be a minute till I drink my Coke.
Sure. Sure, sit down.
We going to win Saturday?
I don't know. Hyde Park's got a good team.
We got a good one, too.
Yeah, sure. They won't miss me.
You're going to play.
After that crack that Mr. Patton teaches Latin, I'll be lucky if I stay in school.
He isn't going to do anything about it.
Yeah, says you.
No, he isn't. I know.
How do you know?
I know. I asked him.
What do you mean you asked him?
Well, I got to thinking. I knew you didn't mean to do it.
Oh, I didn't, Bernadine.
Of course. Everybody does things like that sometimes.
Well, he was pretty sore. Listen, did he really say he wouldn't do anything about it?
Well, at first he was pretty sore. But after a while, he laughed a little bit, and he told me about how absent-minded he used to be. He laughed some more, and he said, well, we have to beat Hyde Park, don't we? So I guess I'll overlook it.
No kidding.
No kidding, Charlie.
How about that?
I promised him you'd really go to town on your Latin, Charlie, from now on.
Yeah, sure, What? You mean I get back in the Latin class?
Of course.
But look, Bernadine, I can't understand Latin. I mean, I only stayed in the class in the first place on account of you. I mean...
On account of what, Charlie?
Well, I don't know. Listen, Bernadine, I'll flunk. I know I will.
No, you won't. I'll help you.
Yeah, but... Say, wait a minute.
What?
You talked Patton into letting me stay. Didn't you?
Well...
Why?
Well, school spirit, I guess.
School spirit?
Sure. You know, die for dear old Sand and stuff.
You know, I don't believe that, Bernadine.
You don't?
No.
What do you believe, then?
I'm scared to tell you.
No, go on. Tell me.
Well, you know why I asked Patton to let me stay before.
No.
Don't you?
Yes, Charlie, I think I do.
Well, is that why you asked him not to throw me out? I mean, the same reason, maybe?
Quo usque tandem abutere, Charlie, patientia nostra.
Bernadine.
Now, look what you've done. Oh, Charlie, you do need somebody to take care of you.
A thing like that, and it affects the rest of your life. Your life and hers. And the thing rolls on and on like the snowballs we used to push around when we were kids, and pretty soon the little bobble you made in high school has affected the lives of hundreds and hundreds of other people.
Maybe a German corporal named Helmut Schwartz would still be alive instead of dead in the snowbank in front of the boys' school in Dierkirch. Maybe Harry Foster would be dead. Maybe... Well, it's no good wondering now. I want to think of Bernadine. Bernadine said I needed somebody to take care of me. And in the years that had slipped by since I knocked a glass of malted milk all over a green and white sweater, she's done it. Until now. And now I have just the memory of her. We made a joke out of that Latin thing. You know how family jokes are. Never very funny to anybody else, but well, they're real stoppers to you. And it is funny how many times that phrase, how long, crops up in a conversation. We made a ritual of it. We never said how long. We always said, quousque tandem. It's funny. I wanted us to get married as soon as I was graduated from Sam, but Bernadine said no, I was to go to college. So I went to Northwestern 1 year, and of course she went with me. Well, I wouldn't have gone otherwise. And then we got married.
I understand, Charlie.
No, you don't, Bernadine.
I think I do, darling.
Well, I just can't help it.
Of course not.
Do you think I'm a...
Now, Charlie.
Well, I can't help it, Bernadine. Do you think I'm a weak sister?
Why should I think that?
Well, I don't know, but I depend on you so much.
I'm glad you do, Charlie.
I don't know what I'd do without you.
I don't know what I'd do without you.
You do love me?
I do love you.
Quousque tandem.
Don't you remember what Dr. Watson said, darling? Till death do us part.
Yes, I remembered. And I could never forget it. I could never get it out of my mind. If I should lose Bernadine. I suppose I was morbid. Young men often are, especially when they're in love with girls like Bernadine. I suppose I was tiresome to her with all my mooning about did she love me, would she always love me, and with my constant leaning on her for support in everything I did. I wonder if many women realize how important they are to the men they marry. I know, quite simply and surely, that I would never have amounted to anything without Bernadine. And now that's a chapter that's closed. The whole book's closed. And when you close that book, it began to look like war was coming sooner or later. A lot of fellows I knew would join the National Guard. I sort of toyed with the idea myself. And one night I mentioned it to Bernadine. I'd gotten a habit of consulting her about everything. I just mentioned it to her. She looked at me over her glasses and she said,
I'd be very proud of you, darling.
And something rose up in my throat and I could feel it choking me. And I heard my voice speaking and I didn't recognize it at first. It's been a long time since you've been proud of me, hasn't it?
What? Charlie, what do you mean?
I don't know what had hold of me. I couldn't stop now I'd started. I said, I mean just what I say. Here I am with a little two-bit peddling job, and we haven't got enough money to buy you a decent dress, and I had to borrow $90 on my salary last month, and Hanson's talking about cutting down the staff at the office. And
Charlie, darling.
Oh, cut it out.
I don't understand, dear.
Oh, you don't, huh? Then why did you say you'd be proud of me? You said it because you're not proud of me. Because you don't give a hoot about me. Because you're sorry you married me.
Charlie, is something wrong with you?
Oh, that's right. Rub it in. I'm a failure. I have to ask your advice about everything. I haven't got sense enough to...
Charlie, dear, please.
And she came over to me and reached for my hands, and I jerked my hand away. And I struck her. Yes. I can see her now, this very second, standing there, and the print of my hand across her cheek standing out scarlet red against the white. And a little drop of blood welled up from her cheekbone where her glasses had cut her. Oh, I've seen blood since, plenty of it. But that I'll never forget. Not ever. And I never got that picture out of my mind. Oh, forgive me, Bernadine. What? It's one of my memories of her.
That I'll always have. And it hurts. More than you'll ever know, Bernadine. I can't talk about that anymore. I had to tell you, and now I've told you. Now you'll be charitable to me and listen. Yes, I joined the National Guard, the 131st in the big black old armory at 16th and Michigan. And I was pretty unhappy after a month or two. I wondered why I'd let myself in for such a thing. It was easy to stay away from drill Thursday nights, and I did a couple of times. I'd made up my mind to skip it for a third week. That was the night she met me as I walked out of my office.
I thought we'd have dinner downtown, and I'd go over to the armory with you, Charlie.
Well, I was going to go over these invoices for Hanson tonight, honey, and I thought
I'll help you with them when we come home. You know, you were telling me about that wonderful place where you have lunch so often. You said they have such wonderful spaghetti. I haven't had any spaghetti for so long.
Well, of course I was trapped. I like spaghetti, too. And Bernadine liked me in my uniform, and after drill, when I came downstairs with Harry Foster, my platoon sergeant, she told him so.
I think Charlie makes a very good-looking soldier, Sergeant. Don't you?
I certainly do. I was just saying that to the captain tonight.
Well, I suppose the ROTC experience in 10 makes a difference.
It doesn't hurt.
How long does it take to get to be a sergeant?
Why, Charlie will have to be a corporal first, you know, but well, you can't tell. It won't take too long.
That's the way it was. Bernadine could do anything. No, she didn't work on Harry Foster. I wasn't made a corporal because Harry liked me. I didn't get to be a sergeant because of it either. I worked for promotions because Bernadine... Well, you understand, I know. So when 1940 came and they called the Guard into federal service, I was a first lieutenant. Tullahoma, Tennessee. People called it a lot of names, but for me... Bernadine was there. I was a very good officer, I was told. And I knew why I was. No, of course. And as the certainty of eventual war grew and grew, I began to think about the future. I was all right here, where I could go home to Bernadine almost every night and be quietly reassured. I had no illusions about myself. What would happen when the inevitable time came and I would lead troops in battle? Without Bernadine to lean on. And I think Bernadine knew it, too. She must have known that without her I was, what I said once, a weak sister. And I think she was afraid, too. If not as afraid as I was. Time came when they sent us down to Louisiana for the big maneuvers. This was to be the first test for me. Alone. But a miracle happened. They assigned me to General Ben Lear's Second Army as a sort of chief clerk, a very unimportant job. And we moved into the schoolhouse at Winfield, far, far back from the bayou country where Eisenhower and Patton and Kruger and tough old Ben were watching the young officers and deciding who made the grade and who wouldn't. And then one night, a couple of wild-eyed soldiers from one of the opposing Third Army outfits decided to pull a commando raid on Second Army headquarters and see if they could kidnap a general or two. I was sitting in what had been the principal's office when the raid started. I opened the door just in time to inhale about half the contents of a GI smoke candle, which the raiders were using to simulate grenades. Well, it isn't funny when you get a lungful of that stuff, although I doubt it would kill you. Anyway, I passed out. And it seemed long hours afterwards that I came to out on the lawn. I recognized Bill Westlake standing beside me and Brooks Watson and Barney Oldfield. I had my head in somebody's lap. And then that somebody spoke to me.
Feel better, darling?
Sure. It was Bernadine. Bernadine, holding my head in her lap in Winfield, Louisiana, in the middle of what was awful close to war.
Life still, Charlie, darling. The doctor said you'll feel better in a little while.
How did you get here?
I just thought I'd come see you. You glad?
Yes, I was glad. You know what she did?
She wangled 3 days for me from Ben Lear, and she took me to Lake Charles, and Curtis DeWare, the PRO there, got us a room in the Charleston Hotel, and I got well fast. Then we had a talk the night before I had to go back to Windsor. Well, I had to tell her about my doubts of myself and the fears that were gnawing at me. And I did. I squirm now when I remember all the things I told her.
I know, darling. You don't have to tell me. Please don't talk anymore. Charlie, I'll always be with you. I'll never leave you. You don't have to worry, dear. Wherever you go, I'll go. Why, Charlie, whenever you're worried about something, you just think about me, darling. Think about me, and I'll be there beside you, no matter where you go, darling. Now go to sleep, dear. Go to sleep. Bernadine's here with you, and Bernadine will always be with you. Till death do us part, remember? Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
Captain of infantry in the Army of the United States in Lake Charles, Louisiana in September of 1941. 3 short months before Pearl Harbor. Oh, a pretty sight. Yet, there was an assurance of strength there in that room with me. The strength far beyond anything I'd ever known. And I slept in the sure faith that Bernadine had given me. Well, there's not much more to my story. Bernadine went with me wherever I went, to the Carolina maneuvers, to Fort Benning, to Fort Bragg, to Kilmer. And then the day came and there was only time to kiss her goodbye, the train waiting. Beyond that, a dock and a ship and an ocean and war. Africa and Sicily, and I worked at a desk. England, and a day in June. In France. And the winter coming on. And suddenly I was ordered to an infantry outfit. I thought of Bernadine so many times. I had plenty of opportunity to write to her. She wrote to me. I was safe. But now... Well, Harry Foster, by one of those unbelievable coincidences of war, Harry from the 131, I told you about him, Harry was second in command of an outfit of the 5th Division, but I was assigned to command. I remember snow. I remember German tanks. I remember Luxembourg and the smashed castle on the hill at Bianchi. And cold and snow and dead men. And the night came when I knew I was done. I knew I'd go mad before morning. I was with Harry Foster alongside the wall of the railway yards opposite what had been a boys' school in Dixie. There was that German corporal I told you about, Helmut Schwartz. He had a P38 pistol and a potato masher grenade. Harry shot him just as he was raising his arm to toss a grenade at us, and I saw the snow turn dark under his body. And at that moment, I knew I had enough. Harry had just started over to the dead German when I saw the long nose of an 88 inch its way through a smashed window in the school. And directly in front of the gun's muzzle, you, Bernadine!
I heard him scream your name, Bernadine, and I looked up just in time to throw myself flat in the snow. The shell went over my head, and I remember it hit an abandoned locomotive in the yard behind us. I got back to Charlie. I got back just as the German tank moved in on us. I still had my back turned to it when the blast from the machine gun hit me. I wasn't knocked right out. I remember how he stood over me. The machine gun slugs were cracking the air all around him. He looked down at me, and he said your name again. Bernadine, he said. Then he turned back to the tank, and I could see you.
And Bernadine was there, just as she said she would be. Bernadine's arm was around me, and I could feel her strength flow into me. And then there was another tank coming up. And I wasn't afraid, Bernadine. I wasn't afraid at all. And now I'm almost home on the homecoming I dreamed about so often. And it's so different. Well, no bands, no people smiling, no laughter.
All the way from Luxembourg across France in a ship with all the quiet soldiers. And the train pulling into LaSalle Street Station with me and a few other Americans. In boxes with a flag over each one. And all of us with our memories, Bernadine. And why do I keep remembering that little question of ours? Quos tandem? How long? How long? It's forever. Isn't it, Bernadine? He said, till death do us part. That's forever. Isn't it?
No, it's not forever, dearest. Death can bring us together again someday. Quos tandem.
You have listened to Quiet Please, which is written and directed by Willis Cooper. The man who spoke to you was Ernest Chappell.
And Bernadine was played by Nancy Sheridan. Harry Foster was Melville Ruick. Music for Quiet Please is composed and played by Gene Perazzo, who, by the way, concludes his engagement with us tonight, friends. Gene, Bill, and I want to thank you for your helpful and artistic collaboration over the past 6 months. We're going to miss you, and I know our listeners will. Thanks and good luck. And now, for a word about next week's Quiet Please, here is our writer-director, Willis Cooper.
Next week's story is called Come In, Eddie, which is about an unexpected visitor at midnight.
And so, until next week at the same time, I'm quietly yours, Ernest Chappell.
Quiet Please comes to you from New York. This is the Mutual Broadcasting System.
Quiet, please. Quiet, please.
The Mutual Broadcasting System presents Quiet Please, which is written and directed by Willis Cooper and which features Ernest Chappell. Quiet Please for tonight is called Come In, Eddie.
You believe in ghosts? Haunted houses? I got a story for you. We were sitting in the living room alongside the fireplace, Jim Paxton and me, just sitting there and talking a little, having an occasional nip out of a bottle, just sitting there and looking at the fire. And just the two of us. Carol was at the apartment in New York laid up with a cold. Well, I'd run into Jim on 39th Street that afternoon. He said, how's about driving out to the country to your place, huh? That's what we were talking about this night when it was raining. It was 12:30. We were all alone in the house.
How long you been here, Arnold?
Where?
Here? In Eddie's house?
This is my house.
It is now.
Well, don't forget it.
No. You feel funny living here?
No.
I would.
Yeah, I suppose you would.
Eddie ever come around?
Are you kidding?
No. Does he?
Well, how could he?
Well, he liked the house pretty well.
Yeah, if he came around now, he wouldn't recognize it.
I couldn't see what you'd done with it. It was so dark when he come in.
I'll show you in the morning.
Good. Fire feels good.
Yeah. Yeah, where you been all this time, Jim?
Different places. You stayed right here, huh?
Here, in New York. I think maybe Carol and I will move out here, though. Permanently in the spring.
Not for me.
left?
What do you mean? Much.
Well, I mean, you know, besides the house.
Why? Well, we got some. Why? You broke?
Pretty near. You still got your card? Union card? Sure. Well, what do you mean, well? If I'm going to play piano, I'm going to do it for fun.
What am I supposed to do?
Oh, I thought maybe you'd have an idea.
Well, I gave you an idea.
Yeah. That Eddie's piano?
That's my piano.
The one Eddie had, I mean.
Yes.
I haven't touched the keyboard in years.
So, okay.
Yes, Eddie wouldn't mind if I play his piano.
Lay off that Eddie stuff, will you?
Remember that thing he used to like on? That Cesar Bach D minor symphony thing?
Hey, cut that out, will you?
What?
Yeah, leave the piano alone.
Okay. We just talk, huh?
Why don't you just shut up a while?
Oh, I kind of feel like talking, I guess.
Well, I don't.
Well, I'll talk. You just listen, huh? Want a drink?
No.
I'll have one. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be alone in this house with Eddie walking around night.
Cut it out.
Haunting you.
I told you to cut that out, you hear me?
Oh, now, look. You busted one of Eddie's best glasses.
You son! Just what are you trying to cook up?
I thought you weren't afraid of ghosts, huh?
I'm not. I'm not, I tell you.
Okay.
What are you up to, Jim?
I just thought maybe get your mind on Eddie for a little while.
Why?
Well, I'll tell you, I gotta have some dough.
Oh. I get it. Good. And the answer's no.
I mean, I gotta have it.
Well, listen, you got the big half when
we murdered Eddie. No, don't take it so big, Arnold. There's nobody here but you and me.
What was that?
The ashtray fell off the piano onto the keys. What's the matter? Think it was Eddie?
Yes, and I got just about enough of this.
It's awful cold in here all of a sudden. Hey, no wonder. That door's open.
Oh, I'll get it.
No. Wait. Maybe Eddie is here. Come in, Eddie.
Don't say that.
Too late, Arnold. Shut the door, Eddie.
It was the wind, I told myself. Well, it must have been the wind. The wind does funny things in an old house like this one. Sure, the wind can open a door, and the draft through the doorway will close the door sometimes. Won't it? It couldn't be Eddie. Well, Eddie's dead. Eddie died 6 years ago, right here in this house. Right here in this room. Well, I couldn't help it. I liked Eddie. Well, Eddie was my cousin, wasn't he? I couldn't help it. He had more money than he knew what to do with. I couldn't help wanting his money. Well, everybody wants money, don't they? Eddie shouldn't have let me know he'd made that will and I was to get everything. The house and everything. I'm not going to be crazy.
Then he can't be. Well, if he was going to haunt me, he'd have been here before this. Wouldn't he?
Well, there isn't any way out of it, Arnold, you see? I gotta have dough. Now.
And I won't give it to you.
Now, look, Arnold, let's be reasonable. You let me have this dough, and I'll go away, and I won't come back.
How do I know you won't?
Well, kid, you don't. But see, you haven't got any alternative.
I won't do it.
What do they do to him in this state?
Who?
Murderers.
Stop talking that way.
Hang him or burn him?
Well, you'll find out, too, if you try to squeal on me. You had just as much to do with it as I did.
Yeah, that's right. So I did.
No, don't try anything.
Oh, Arnold, don't be so dumb. That's the trouble with you. You're always so dumb.
What?
Listen. Who thought of knocking off Eddie in the first place?
You did.
Right. And who figured out a way to do it so nobody'd ever even suspicion he was murdered?
You did?
Well, then, jerk, you don't think I haven't got an out on this thing?
How?
I should tell you. Look, take my word for it, Arnold. I'm in the clear. And, brother, you ain't. So you might as well lay it on the line and be happy.
I don't believe it.
Okay, so don't then. But believe me, Arnold, when I tell you it's going to cost you one thing or the other.
What do you mean?
The dough, Arnold. Or your life. You see?
I won't do it.
Stir up the fire a little. It's getting cold in here again.
Is that door open?
No. The door's closed, Arnold. Eddie's in here with us.
I didn't touch that poker.
Of course you didn't, Arnold. That was Eddie. Starting to stir up the fire for you.
There's no such thing as a ghost. But when people are dead, they're dead. They don't come back to haunt other people. Jim Paxton was playing some kind of a trick on me, just like he tricked me into killing Eddie. Well, I would never have thought of it till he suggested it. And I used to lie awake nights thinking how fine it would be if Eddie was dead and I had all his money. And I remember how Jim Paxton worked on me. I remember how he said Eddie'd be better off because he was so sick all the time. And during that time, he told me he'd figured out a way to kill Eddie so that nobody'd ever have the faintest suspicion. And he kept talking about what we could do with all the money Eddie had. And Eddie, in the next room with that crystal cocktail shaker of his, calling to us to come and have a drink with him. He was so lonesome. And the two of us would drink with him. And he never knew what we were thinking over the rims of our glasses. I remember Jim whispering in the corner.
Nice guy, Eddie. But he's so useless, Arnold.
And I remember Jim on the telephone.
Poor old Eddie. Always have drunk. The devil that continual pain.
And I remember waking up in the middle of the night and thinking I heard Jim's voice somewhere.
We'd be doing Eddie a favor, Arnold.
And a day in this very room. And Eddie on the floor. And Jim walking across the room with that big, toothy grin of his and sticking out his hand and saying,
Congratulations. Congratulations, rich man.
And then the sound of a poker falling on the hearth in Eddie's house at midnight. With nobody there but me and Jim Paxton.
That was Eddie. Starting to stir up the fire for you.
I want a drink.
No, now wait, Arnold.
Cut it out, Jim.
I said wait. We want to get this thing settled before you start to get tight.
I'm not going to get tight. I just want a drink.
You'll get a drink. I want to straighten this thing out first. Now, look.
I'll give you $1,000.
Why, you big-hearted old fella, you.
Not another dime. Hand me that bottle.
Kid, I don't want $1,000.
Will you give me a drink?
No. Kid, look. I want a lot more than 10 lousy $100 bills.
No, you're not going to get it.
I think I am.
Well,
How much have you got?
none of your business.
Let's stop kidding around, Arnold. I got a pretty good idea how much dough you've got.
You have not.
Why, you'd be surprised. Look. For $20,000, I'll never see you again.
$20,000? What do you think I am?
A jerk.
Now, listen.
A jerk that murdered his cousin.
With your help?
Arnold, I never touched him.
Well, but
You killed him.
Well, you're just as guilty as I am. Give me a drink.
After a while. What about this 20 G's?
You know what I could do, Jim.
What could you do, Arnold?
Well, you said I killed Eddie.
You did?
It never occurred to you that I might kill you?
Sure.
I'm bigger than you, Jim.
Yes?
Well,
You could choke me. Or you could hit me with a poker. Or maybe you got guns here. You could shoot me.
Think I will kill you.
Do, huh?
Yes, I do.
Wait a minute, Arnold.
Why should I?
Well, I'll tell you. Arnold.
Go on.
See, the trouble with you is you're so dumb.
Dumb enough to kill you.
Yeah, that sure would be dumb, boy.
Yeah.
Look, kid. I told you I got an out if I have to turn you in. I was smart enough to figure that out so nobody could touch me.
What's that got to do with me killing you?
Well, Arnold, boy, if I was smart enough to figure out a foolproof way of knocking off your cousin, and if I was smart enough to dope out a way to keep my nose clean if they hang you, well, wouldn't I be smart enough to have an angle that'd keep you from bumping me?
What do you mean?
You know, one of the reasons I like you, Arnold, is you're so simple-minded. Look, don't you ever go to the movies, or listen to the radio, or read a book?
What are you talking about?
Okay. Look, here's a little note written to a certain guy that spills all the works about how Eddie got knocked off. And this little note, Arnold, is in the hands of a certain other guy. If I don't call him up or come see him for 24 hours, he mails the note. You see how simple?
I don't believe it.
Okay. Knock me off and see.
You know, Jim, I was thinking.
Well, what do you know about that?
I was thinking, wouldn't it be funny if Eddie was here?
Funny?
Oh. You know, if Eddie was here, listening to us two talk about how we murdered.
The word, Arnold.
All right, murdered. How we murdered him. You know, I don't think he knew who did it.
I never thought of that.
I don't think he did. He was standing there, right over there.
I remember.
And he had his back turned to both of us.
Let's not go into the details, Arnold. I remember it well
Well,
enough.
I was just thinking if he was here, finding out that we murdered him. Now we're talking about getting rid of each other.
Yeah. He'd get a great kick out of it. Eddie had a terrific sense of humor.
Yeah. He also had a terrific sense of getting even with people, Jim.
Yeah, I know.
Well, if he was here, listening to all this, you know what he'd be thinking about.
Getting even.
Yeah.
Well, so okay, he's not here.
You sure?
Look, that was the wind blew the door open.
Yeah.
And I knocked the poker over.
How could you?
I kicked the base of the stand. Scared you, huh?
No kidding. No kidding, did you?
I did.
Then you don't think Eddie is here?
Are you nuts?
Well, sure. How could I? I mean, there aren't any ghosts, are there?
Well, not to change the subject, boy, but what about my money?
I got to think about it.
You ought to have your thinking all done by now, boy. I've laid it on the line for you. It's open and shut.
Give me a drink.
Go ahead. Wait.
What's the matter?
Listen. What is that?
I know what it sounds like.
Eddie's cocktail shaker.
Yeah.
Who else is in the house?
Nobody.
Don't kid me.
I'm not. Listen. Jim.
Quiet.
Listen, Jim. Listen, this is the way Eddie used to shake up those daiquiris. You remember? Listen. Shake, 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 shake. Remember? Eddie. Always in the library. Making a drink.
Maybe he heard you asking for one.
Cut it out.
Go see what that noise is.
Not me.
It's from the library.
Jim. Maybe it is Eddie.
Go see.
No.
Listen, if you're pulling a gag on me...
Jim, I'm not. I'm telling you.
Where is that cocktail shaker of his?
In the library. I put it in there just the other day.
Why don't you go see what that noise is?
No.
Well, let's both go.
Jim, I'm afraid. You know what we were talking about? About Eddie getting even.
Now, you're such a jerk. Probably rats or something. Here, give me that poker. I'll go see.
No.
Let go of me. Hey, Eddie! See? Hey, Eddie! Bring us a drink.
No, Jim. Cut it out.
Look out. Cut it out. Bring us a drink. Hey, Eddie! Come in, Eddie! Now, what's it? Hey, the light! I don't turn the light! The light!
I'll get him. I stumbled against the furniture, so I tried to find a wall switch, but I couldn't find it. And I felt someone bump against me, and I heard Jim yelling. And I stumbled again. And that cocktail shaker kept clinking away the way I used to shake it, the way I always remembered. And I heard a kind of struggle going on in the dark, and Jim grunting as if somebody had him in the throat. And then I fell over something and hit my head. The last thing I remembered was the sound of a crashing glass. And I passed out cold on the floor. And then slowly I drifted back. The lights were still out, and I could smell the familiar smell of spilled liquor. The daiquiri cocktails from a crystal shaker. Nobody in that house had had a daiquiri since the day Eddie died. And I heard something. I heard the piano. And the music was that old favorite of Eddie's, the one he used to play, the one Jim had started to play from the Cesar Frank D minor. And I called, Jim! Hey, Jim! But the music went right on, and Jim didn't answer. And then the doorbell started to ring, and the music stopped, and the lights went out. And a big fella in some kind of uniform stepped in the door.
Don't seem to be anybody. Oh, there you are.
Who are you?
State police, mister.
Oh, I'm glad that... Well, what do you want?
Who was that playing the piano when I rang the bell?
I don't know.
Well, get up off the floor. Where's the...
What? Where's Jim?
Jim? Is this Jim here, mister?
Where?
Here.
And I looked. Jim was beside the fireplace. And he was dead. And beside him was the shattered remains of the crystal cocktail shaker that had been Eddie's.
You do this, mister?
What? Where did you come from?
You do this?
Who sent you here?
Well, I'll tell you. Some guy called up and said there was murder being done here, and we'd better get here quick. So, no, don't try any monkey business with me, mister. There's another officer right outside the door, and he's got a Tommy gun, and he's got his eye on...
Who was this fellow who told you, officer?
That I'm going to find out. Stick out your hand, will you? That's it. I don't know who he was. He just said, this is Eddie speaking. I said, Eddie who? And he laughed and said, just Eddie. So, that's all I know.
You have listened to Quiet Please, which is written and directed by Willis Cooper. The man who spoke to you was Ernest Chappell.
And Les Tremaine played Jim Paxton. Arthur Cole was a police officer. Music for tonight's Quiet Please was composed and played by Albert Berman. And now for a word about next week's Quiet Please, here is my good friend, Bill Cooper.
I have a story for you next week about what sometimes happens to explorers who go places they shouldn't go. I call it Some People Can't Die.
And so until next week at this time, I'm quietly yours, Ernest Chappell.
This is the Mutual Broadcasting System.
Quiet, please. Quiet, please. Mutual Broadcasting System presents Quiet, Please, which is written and directed by Willis Cooper and which features Ernest Chappell. Quiet, Please for tonight is called Some People Don't Die. My name is Dewey Lancaster. You probably have never heard of me unless you're vitally interested in the subject of prehistoric cliff dwellers, and practically nobody is. There are a few cliff dwellings in the United States that I don't know about as well as their original inhabitants did. The Patagon, Mesa Verde, all the big ones, most of the little ones. They're quite interesting. Quite. Now, when I tell you that this particular one is called Mesa Encantada, don't look superior and say you know where the Mesa Encantada is. Because the Southwest has more enchanted mesas than there are main streets in the United States. And the chances of your finding this particular one is about 7 million to 1. And you don't want to find it anyway. I'll say you don't. Let's cut out all the preliminaries and say that it was several years ago, 6 to be exact, that I first came to Mesa Encantada. Muriel and me, my wife. I recognized it at once. How? Well, I'd seen pictures of it in various cliff dwellers' houses. Sure, other people saw some of the pictures, too, but I was the only one that recognized them as pictures of a particular mesa. And I'd been quietly looking for it for several years. I just stood there and looked at it, with the sun about a foot off the horizon, and nothing between us and the sunset but a million giant saguaros. Just me and Muriel and Hermine, my Yankee Indian helper. It was pretty impressive, rearing up out of the desert about 1,000 feet, and that peculiar shape, and the walls sheer red rock, so smooth you couldn't imagine a possible foothold all the way to the top. I was pretty happy. I just stood there and looked, and all I could think of to say was, well. Well, I said, here we are. Muriel didn't say anything. Fermine did.
Que sí, como no.
Not it, Fermine. Don't you like it?
No, amigo, I do not like him one nickel.
No, come on now, Fermine, just because they call it enchanted.
This place many more encantada than you think, amigo. This baddest place in whole country.
Ah, you people always say that.
Not me. I never said him before, didn't we? This Cholo, he gets scared pretty easy when something is where old people live one time. But you never hear Fermine say nothing from being scared to these places ever, Emma? Caramba, que no, amigo. Only this place I don't like, boys.
It'll look better tomorrow morning for me.
Maybe to you, amigo. But you don't look at me from the morning, I tell you.
What?
You pay me off, senor amigo. Not me, I don't stay, pues.
Oh, come on now, Fermine. Stop it.
No, mira, amigo. Fermine, when he is scared, he don't kid you about him. I think it's más mejor you come along with me and not be here forever.
Now, listen, Fermine.
No, I got my ears shut. I don't stay here, not Fermine. I take my money and I go from this.
Well, how are you going to go? I'm not going to let you take the car.
Pues I walk. My pay, por favor.
Fermine, listen.
You come with me.
Don't be silly. I've been looking for this place for a long time, son, and I'm not afraid of it. Come on, be reasonable.
I am more reasonable than we think, Senor Patron. You and Senora can stay, and I do not like it. But me, tengo mucho miedo. No quiero estar aquí. Please to pay me my money.
What are you afraid of, Fermin? You've been with us at a dozen of these cliff dwellers' places.
That's right. Look, the senora isn't afraid for me.
But I am.
Of what, for the love of Mike?
Of what is up there?
You know what's up there, Fermin. Broken pottery, a few skeletons.
You're not afraid of the dead people, are you?
Pero estos difuntos no son muertos, senor.
You're crazy for me.
No, senor.
What did he say to me?
He said these dead ones aren't dead.
What do you mean by that, Fermin?
Son brujos.
Wizards.
Que sí.
Well, now look for me, and I'm a pretty good wizard, too. You stick around here tonight, and if any of these wizards come around, I'll put my own special variety of hex.
Senor, you speak to Fermin, not to some fool cholo. Mira, senor. Fermin has been with you many years. So do not try to tell him that kind of stuff, why he knows better.
Yes, I guess you're right for me.
Senor.
I'm sorry.
Senora, you know Fermin is not superstitious Indio, pues? So you listen. This very mal país. How you say better? Senora, you are my father and my mother. I do not want for you have bad death. Only not just you. And in your soul. These brujos take her too also. Please, you come away from here with Fermin before I am too late.
Well, thanks for me, but we're staying.
I see. Then I go.
Fermin, now don't be silly.
Con permiso, senora. It is not I who am being silly. Adios, patron. Adios, senora.
Fermin.
Go after him, Dewey. He'll get more sure as anything. We're 30 miles from the town. Stop him.
Fermin. I caught up with him in the gathering darkness, and we stumbled across the desert together for half an hour, tripping over the straggling roots of greasewood bushes, snagging our faces and hands on the cholla patches that seemed to lie in wait for us. And I used every argument in my catalog. Finally, I got mad. All right, Fermin, if you want to desert us, I said. And I told him where he could go. I can still see the bulk of him, stocky and sturdy against the stars that splattered the sky. And I can still hear his voice. And remember the sadness in it.
No, senor. It is not I that will go there. They will take you there yourself. You and the senora. And the day will come when you will remember what Fermin has told you.
And the day has come, and I remember you, Fermin. And you turned and moved away to become a part of the night. So I came back to the place where we'd parked the car close under the shoulder of the mesa. Muriel had turned on the headlights, and they were a beacon for me as I plodded back. And when I got there, Muriel was gone. At first, I thought she just wandered over for a moment. When she didn't come back after 15 minutes, I started to look for her. I looked for nearly the whole night long, shouting her name as I stumbled all the way around the towering mesa. It must have been only a little while before dawn that fatigue dragged me down to the cold ground for a brief sleep. And I was awakened almost at once, it seemed, with the sound of a great gong that began in my dreams. It persisted until I forced my eyes open and saw that the sun was rising. And she was not there. I was alone at the foot of the enchanted mesa. In the quick daylight, I took the car and drove in ever-widening circles around the base of the mesa, sounding a horn and shouting Muriel's name until the needle on the gas gauge warned me to continue on foot. I examined every inch of the mesa itself through my binoculars. And far at the top, 1,000 feet above me, I could see the man-made wall and the windows of the old cliff dwellers' mansion. But there was not the slightest sign of life anywhere. I was the only living thing on all these thousands of square miles of desert. So in despair, as the sun was declining again to the west, I drove the car back to the giant saguaro where we'd parked the night before. There was no mistaking the place, of course. I got out of the car and walked toward the smooth red precipice. And there, leaning against the rock, was a ladder. A ladder of mountain ash wood. The rock
rungs lashed onto the uprights with rawhide strips that looked to be 1,000 years old. And hanging on a rung just above my head, a beaten silver Navajo bracelet studded with turquoises. Muriel's bracelet that I bought for at Acoma, the village in the sky, 2 years before. Well, what would you have done? I didn't think of Ramin's wizard, his dead men who were not dead until after I climbed all the way up the ladder, till after I'd retrieved Muriel's bracelet. And I remember thinking that perhaps this ladder indicated some racial connection between the cliff dwellers of ancient times and the modern Zunis, who used ladders such as these to climb up to the second-story entrances to their pueblos and lock their doors by hoisting up the ladders behind them. Perhaps Muriel had found it, lying under a mesquite bush, and had dragged it over to the mesa. And then I remembered out of my scientific musings. Where was she? Where was she? That was when I discovered the doorway. A black doorway leading into the mesa. The passage beyond, dark. So now I knew where Muriel was, and I was a little annoyed that she'd beaten me to the discovery, and I was irritated that she'd not waited for me. I called her. Muriel! No answer. I called her again. Muriel! Are you in there? Then there was a scraping sound behind me, and I looked back at the doorway just in time to see the ladder slipping away from the ledge. I leaped for it, but I was too late. It crashed to the ground. So now you've done it, Muriel, I said to myself. And I was an angry man. I started on the passageway in the dark, and I called her name again. Muriel! The man's voice answered out of the darkness.
I'll take you to her, Mr. Lancaster.
Who are you?
I'm sorry I startled you, Mr. Lancaster. My name is Kino.
Well, who are you? Where's my wife?
I live here, Mr. Lancaster, and your wife is safe for the moment, at least. Come along with me, please.
No, the race of the cliff dwellers had been extinct for a long, long time. We have only surmises as to what became of them, what they called themselves, what they looked like, where they came from, and where they went. Our unsolved mysteries. And here, in this place, crowned with perhaps the most ancient of all the cliff dwellings, was a man who spoke as perfect English as you and I.
Yes, I am one of the cliff dwellers, Mr. Lancaster. We here in the Mesa de los Miradores, we are the last of our race.
Oh, I thought this place was called La Mesa Encantada.
We call it the Mesa of the Watchers.
Well, why?
You'll see. There is a stairway here.
No. How could a man, a cliff dweller, if he really was one, how could he be speaking perfect English to me, here in the heart of 1,000-foot mesa far out in the desert? How could that be? I wondered if I were dreaming.
No, you are not dreaming, Mr. Lancaster.
Can the man read my mind?
We can do many things, Mr. Lancaster. And you must not be surprised at my speaking English. Many of us can speak several languages. You see, from time to time, we send our people out into your world. We have been doing that for hundreds of years.
You've been out there?
Oh, yes. As a matter of fact, I was in your Navy during this last war. Aviation radioman 3rd under Lexington.
Oh, I don't understand this.
We don't expect you to, Mr. Lancaster.
Well, where's my wife?
I'm taking you to her. Be careful, the stairs are steep.
And the stairs were steep. Too steep for more conversation, although you can understand how anxious I was for information, for news of Muriel. I followed the man who called himself Kino up, higher and higher. And in the brief pauses to rest my aching legs, I managed to put in a few questions. Is my wife all right?
Oh, yes. She's quite all right.
How long can we stay here?
For a long time. Shall we start again? There is still some distance to go.
I am a trained mountain climber, but those stairs were almost too much for me. Kano, though, wasn't even breathing heavily. I had to stop oftener and oftener, and though I thought I was trying his patience sorely, he remained calm and courteous.
There are about 1,000 of us.
I hope we'll get a chance to study your people and their customs.
Yes. You may do so.
I'm amazed that there are people here. Living people, I mean.
Yes. I'm sure.
My assistant ran away from us last night.
Yes. The watch was stolen.
He said you were
wizards up here. You know, wizards?
Yes. I know. Shall we go on? It's only a little way now.
The last few hundred steps nearly took me out. But at last I staggered out onto a kind of platform at the very top of the mesa, a platform of living rock surrounded by a parapet carved out of the mesa itself, perhaps 4 feet high. The air was cool up there, and the desert seemed a long, long way below, and the stars were very close.
This is the place of the watchers, Mr. Lancaster. I wish you a pleasant good evening.
Yes, but what...
And a huge slab of rock swung into place over the trapdoor we just come through. I was alone again, on the peak of the mesa of the watchers. And far below me somewhere, 1,000 primitive men and women went about their several ways, uncaring that a stranger watched the night for them. But I wasn't alone after all. For a voice, an old, dry voice, spoke to me in the cold darkness.
Canada.
It was a voice in oddly accented Spanish. And I looked around for the one who asked me, who was that? I could see no one, but I replied,
Un americano, que se llama Dewey Lancaster.
And I said,
¿Quién es? Who are you?
And a dry-as-dust voice answered me.
Soy Don Albanúez Cabeza de Vaca. A tus órdenes.
What?
Sí. Es verdad.
And have you ever heard of Cabeza de Vaca? The Spanish explorer who tramped from Arizona to Kansas and back with his black servant Esteban in 1537. In 1537. And I heard his voice 6 years ago. But I couldn't see anything but stars and the blackness of the desert down below. And what kind of tricks were Tino and his cliff dwellers playing on me? I lost my head for a second. I yelled at the top of my lungs.
You're trying to scare me? You can't scare me!
What they did. They scared me nearly to death. Nearly. The first way they scared me, the dream. I dreamed that I'd fallen asleep and awakened again. Awakened with a man Tino standing over me.
Get up, Mr. Lancaster.
Well, it's about time.
Yes, indeed. It is about time.
What are you trying to do to me? Where's my wife?
Your wife? Why, you'll see her very soon. Don't worry about her.
I want to see her now.
Not now.
Are you going to let me out of here, then?
No, Mr. Lancaster. No, I think not. We didn't ask you to come here. You see, you mustn't be surprised at the kind of welcome we give you.
Well?
We have customs, you see, of our own.
Then through my mind in my dream raced all the stories I heard of Indian cruelties and tortures. And in my dream I shuddered at those thoughts, and my voice wasn't very steady as I spoke in my dream.
Well, if you're going to kill me, do it quick.
I am not going to kill you, Mr. Lancaster.
You're not going to torture me either.
No. You must merely receive the kiss of most moon.
And I thought I heard the dry, crackling voice of old Cabeza de Vaca, muttering something behind me. But Tino spoke again.
Stand still, Mr. Lancaster.
And at his quiet, smiling words in my dream, I was suddenly powerless to move. Powerless to move away from the flat, ugly head of the great rattlesnake that Tino thrust before my face. I tried to scream. I had no voice. The sound of the snake's rattle filled my ears. Its eyes bore into mine, and the little darting, forked tongue flickered close to my eyes. Then there was the sound of the gong again, and an intolerable pain of effort lifted my dream down in the darkness. The second time they scared me. I awoke, and the pain on my lip was something unendurable. Then I knew it was no dream. I remember a sense of surprise that I was still alive. though I knew death was not far away. And the voice spoke to me in the first rays of the morning sun.
Dewey.
Muriel, where have they been keeping you? And then I saw the mark of the snake, the kiss of Mocene on Muriel's lip, too. And I cried out.
Muriel, the snake.
Yes, Dewey. I have kissed Mocene, too.
They killed
No, Fred. No. We have not killed you.
Well, what?
No, indeed, on the contrary. Now, my dear friend, you are one of us.
What are you talking?
Let her tell you. She knows.
Muriel, what is he talking about?
We're worse than dead, Dewey.
Well, what do you...
Mocene has kissed us. And now, we can never die.
So, that is right. You are watchers now, like me. And like Cabeza de Vaca, there.
And that was the third time he scared me. I looked past his pointing finger, and there against the breast-high parapet was what I thought at first to be a mummy. A tiny, fragile, dried-up skeleton encased in leathery, ancient skin. And at his feet, a great, shining, silver-mounted conquistador's helmet and an ancient sword. And slowly, the desiccated mummy turned his head to us. And the skull of a long-dead man, and the eyes were pinpoints under the naked brows. And the grisly mouth opened, and the dry as dust words came out.
Sí, compadre. Nosotros todos los misadores. Bienvenido, compadre.
Yes, it was truly Cabeza de Vaca. No, Muriel and I can never die either. Well, I know, I tried. I could tell you first-hand stories of the conquest, stories I had from Cabeza de Vaca himself. I won't. I won't tell you how I escaped the place so I could tell the rest of the world about the last of the cliff dwellers and the enchanted mesa. Here, 16 floors above the street in a hotel room in a great city, I had the word from Kino yesterday. He said they'd followed me. They knew where I am. He said I'd better come back. On account of Muriel, he said. Well, they can't kill her, of course. But these people of the Mesa are true sons of their cruel ancestors. So I'm going back. Muriel and I, and Kino, and Cabeza de Vaca will be there for a long, long time. Maybe they'll let us out to see what this world is like 100 years from now. If we're good. And if the world is still here. Good night.
You have listened to Quiet, Please, which is written and directed by Willis Cooper. The man who spoke to you was Ernest Chappell.
And Sid Cassell played Framine. Muriel was Anne Seymour. And Ted Osborne was Kino. William Adams played Cabeza de Vaca. The music for Quiet, Please is composed and played by Albert Berman. Now for a word about next week's Quiet, Please. Here is our writer-director and my good friend, Willis Cooper.
For next week, I've written you a story about a man who wasn't satisfied with his lot in life and who tried to change it. It's called Little Fellow.
And so,
Until next week at this time, I am quietly yours, Ernest Chappell. Quiet Please comes to you from New York. This is the Mutual Broadcasting System.